doing it. You supposed to be happy you sitting there with Kid L. Why you mad?
The Kid L Podcast.
Tommy, what's happening, man?
What's going on, man?
I'm sure it's crazy, son. I'm not gonna lie, man. Is that Megan Thee Stallion? Who's that?
Oh, this my people, yacht, man. They got me this little last minute fit on the way here, man.
That's cold, man. That's cold.
Shout out T-Rod, man.
For sure.
Peace
man.
to the guy.
Talking about my big homie T-Rod?
Yeah.
That's my homeboy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's my brother.
Oh, no doubt. Damn. How far do you and T-Rod go back?
Probably about a few miles back. You know what I'm saying? I introduced him to like the science of the 5%, and you know he was dealing with the music, doing the same thing I did, and we just connected from there.
Very cool, man. Are you from the city, bro?
Yeah. I'm from East. We're on the East side.
For sure. Talk about early life for you. What was life like for you in Detroit, bro?
Shit like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Just figuring it out, like living in the hood. You're just going through all of the trials and tribulations like everybody else, man. You know what I'm saying?
Did you find music early in your life, or did it come much later?
Music was always a thing. I was kind of like into Lil Wayne and like that Drought 3 era, you know what I'm saying? So it was always a thing for me. I come from a music family too, so it been a thing.
What was your family, how was your family involved in music?
Well, I come from the Gordy family. Yeah. So
what?
It was always a thing where I was just entrenched into it, you know.
Damn, son, that's crazy as hell.
Yeah, indeed.
Whoo. When did you figure that out?
It been my whole life.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, literally. Like my mama whole side of the family, the Gordys. So
wow.
Gordy family picnics, you know what I'm saying? Going to like Barry Gordy Mansion, like when I was younger type thing, like just driving by and sitting out there doing little activities and shit like that. So
wow, man. So you were just surrounded by immense amount of talent growing up.
I'm not even gonna say that because Barry, he left and went to California.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? That's him. But like Red Fool, like from the crazy group LMFAO or whatever.
Yeah.
So it was around, you know what I'm saying? However, like we were still in the trenches though.
Oh, so you guys were it was like when you guys were around, it was just like family time. It's not like,
yeah,
I'm gonna help you and take you to the label meetings and shit like that.
No, everything I did, I had to do it on my own for real.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So growing up, you're living in Detroit, but you're seeing what success looks like in the music industry, right?
Yeah, indeed.
When did the music spark for you? Where it's like, okay, I want to get involved in music.
Like 2000 and like I said, it's been a thing. I've been seeing it. 2008 though, my mama, she left. We left East Warren, and she moved to Bankhead, and I was down there in Atlanta for like 3 years or whatever. Like, so I seen rap culture then. And I seen young people like making it in the music business, and like I would see the Young Thugs before they made it. Jeezy used to come up to the school. I used to see Gucci. My little brothers went to school with Shawty Low kids. So just walking around, you would see all this shit that's going on. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
Yeah.
What was your first time like in a studio?
Well, my cousin, Paper, he Kirch Life. He put me in my in the studio for the first time, put me on my first songs.
Oh, no doubt.
Yep, it did.
So, did you get like immediate feedback, or did you hear like the streets talking about your music at all, or was it friends or family, or what made you realize you had a knack for it?
It was just something that I like to do regardless of what anybody said, for real.
So you didn't need any motivation from anybody?
I mean, just watching it, like observing it, that's all I needed. Other than that, though, it was just like something that I wanted to do for myself.
Detroit Rap Plug hit me up about you, man, and he told me a lot of your story and, the fact that you have massive opportunities with big labels, and you've already been having a lot of motion for yourself as an artist. When was the click and the switch that made you go, okay, I'm going to start actually investing in myself and taking this like as a real profession?
I'll say about 2021.
Yeah.
I got introduced to TK from R Baron.
Yeah.
And met him out down in Atlanta. He had something going on with AZ, Chike, and Lil Boosie. And then from there, he, you know, I pulled up on him. He seen me. I built with him and saw him. And he was like, yeah, bro, come walk and talk with me. And then from there, like, you know, I just went out to LA and it was on from there.
That's dope. So did going to a different city kind of help you?
Yeah, it did. It did. Yeah, for sure. Because it expand my horizons, open me up to different shit. Like,
Yeah. There's a lot of people that are a little bit resistant to leaving until they find success within the city. But do you feel like you have to leave a little bit or go explore more to find success?
everybody journey and story different. It ain't no one way to skin a cat for real, for real.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, it was like I come from like a certain family, but like once again, bro, we out here in the trenches still, you know what I'm saying? And like being with my pops, like we was doing our own thing. So and I had to just find my way. Like I ain't had no rich people or no connections to really get in. So for me, it was like shit. Some people out in California from labels really took to who I was as a person, and then from there it was like time to run.
No.
And then you know it just happened out of time, like the shows and the label meetings. But that's why I had to come back home. Everything I was doing out of town was like it's time to do it here now.
When you had that first label meeting, did they just communicate with you first? Like, how did they hear about you?
TK.
What did he first hear though for him?
I don't know if you know who like TK is. He got a joint venture with Warner.
Yeah.
Put on like Shoreline Mafia, work with Draco the Ruler, O3 Greedo, like big on the West Coast, AZ Chike. So it was really just me being me. Like I hadn't really even had no solo songs out, but it was my message.
Really?
And yeah, I was in a group before this, but like it was my message that really caught attention. And it was like, okay, boom, you a positive young black man out here. And just being a young 5%er, it was like, I thought that shit was dead. You know what I'm saying? So
he kind of invested your personnel more than the music itself.
yeah, my personality up and who
That's
I was,
crazy.
my mind.
That's like a whole new wave. It has to be, because like, you know, these days there's you think it's only the music, right?
Yeah, nah, this shit ain't even about the music no more.
Yeah.
That the music come last for real, for real.
What do you think the like steps are, like as far as what's priority for artists to become successful now?
This shit's so wacky and so watered down. Like I said, it ain't no one way.
Yeah, that's true.
Some people, you might have that hit song. Some people might have that viral sensation, like moment on the internet. Next person might have to grind it out. Like, you just never know. Like,
It's insane, dude. Yeah, back in the day, it had to be the music, right?
yeah,
Because it had to go through the radio for people to be like, all right, I want to hear more of this motherfucker. You couldn't
Right.
even see them unless you watched MTV, you know?
Yeah, for sure. It's
You-
totally different now, though.
Yeah. Do you appreciate the new way that people find music, or do you feel like you were more of a 90s kid when it comes to like, all right, I wish it was like that, where you had to really stamp your name through talent and hard work?
Yeah, I feel like that because now it's like microwavable.
Yeah.
And that's why the game in disarray right now, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, let's sign whoever hot. It don't even matter if the shit good or not.
Sure.
Oh, this nigga shot that nigga, they did this, that's going on with them. Let's sign them, you know, for the quick buck.
Yeah, it is weird how it's still like that these days. If somebody gets shot or if you go to jail, all of a sudden your stock price goes up out of nowhere.
Yeah, indeed.
But it shouldn't have to be like that. You know?
Free JR, man.
Free JR, man. Damn, son. That was crazy, bro. JR's situation is insane because, first of all, self-defense 100%. Second of all, when people started saying that they just figured out who he is, I was like, what are you talking about? Even people from Detroit were like, oh, I didn't even know who he was until that. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, what were you listening?
Yeah, that's an unfortunate situation. I don't get it. I'm looking to see how it unfold, and it just make me stay away from that type of shit.
Even Skilla Baby. Skilla Baby had to go through, like, I knew Skilla Baby since 2016. He was a cool cat, made good music.
Yeah, that's bro.
And then all of a sudden, you know, these incidents happen, and then now everybody knows who he is. It's like, bro, how did you guys not know who he was before that? Like,
Yeah, I really watched all that unfold. Like, I was around, like, when all that shit started happening. It was crazy to me, too. Like, and it just fucked up.
You were around Skilla?
Yeah, indeed.
For real? Damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
How far back do you and Skilla go?
I say about 2020, me and bro got a song in through like my connection with my cousin and Dollar. Like, you know, they got the whole Curse Life movement going on, and I was out in LA and they was out in LA. You know, I just pulled up, and then, you know, it just evolved from there. And then us being around like mutual people in the city, like at that time, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Having the same management.
Yeah, Kirch is pushing a lot too now, man. Kirch is really trying to get it back.
I watched him evolve. Like, if you go back to like some of their early videos, I'm kind of like in the background, like, you know what I'm saying, they first video type shit. So
It's crazy.
I knew he had it though, you know what I'm saying? Like,
That's crazy as fuck.
it was something about him though. I knew he was gonna find his way.
Yeah, his raw
He's still
energy,
growing too.
emotional, like he's really like in it when he's in his music, right?
Real trench baby.
Yeah, for sure.
That's cuz.
You you know, you said you were in a group before you were individual. What was the group before that?
Remain real.
Remain real. What happened with the group?
You know, just family, and then everybody just started getting older, going their own ways, different, you know. We still, you know, that, but
when did you guys start all together?
his first song,
No, but I'm saying like what year?
I started Remain Real probably like 2011, 12.
So you were pushing music with them, but the groups are hard to keep together, obviously, like consistently wise, right?
Yeah, indeed, for sure. It's 15, 16 people for sure. That's gonna be hard.
That's hard as hell.
Yeah.
Did anybody flourish from the group?
Shit, I think I've made it the farthest so far.
Yeah. Now, when we talk about, you know, the group's consistency at the time that it was moving, when did you realize you're gonna have to start moving on your own?
Around that 2020 era, for real. When I was, you know, just traveling and expanding my horizon, and I was like, damn, the only one there. And I was there. Like, whatever I had to do to be present, involved, and find my way in, I was doing it. And, you know, sometimes everybody don't be on that same page. They got going on what they got going on. Nothing bad or negative. It's just, I wanted this shit.
When people started seeing your success from the group, did they start reaching out like, let me like hop back in that bag, or was it kind of like I'm already on my own, like doing this shit?
I mean, you know, some of them my family, so they still around. Some of them is just like, could possibly, you know, just flaky, wacky, whatever.
Yeah, it's hard, bro.
Yeah.
Nobody believes in it until you have millions of dollars of cash in your hands.
Yeah, that's how that shit be though.
And then it's too late. It's like, bro, I already made it. Like, what do I need? The family and friends for it.
For sure.
Now, Detroit Rap Plug manages you, right?
No, I'm doing everything by myself, but that's my brother.
Oh, okay.
I've been really helping him with everything he got going on. T-Rod introduced him to me, and like, that's really my forte.
Oh, okay, cool. Damn, so how long? So you known T-Rod for a while? That's crazy, man. Because I don't know how I missed you at all the fucking things.
Yeah, he a good brother, no faking. Yeah, I don't know how either.
Yeah, that's crazy. Did you ever see me at the spots? You remember me at the spots?
No.
Were you ever at the office?
No, I wasn't going through to the office.
Oh, okay. I was about to say.
Yeah.
I must have been confusing you.
Oh, no, I wasn't around T-Rod then, though.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say.
Yeah, I wasn't around him then. He was pushing what he was pushing, and I was like somewhere, like probably in L.A., New York, doing my thing. You know what I'm saying?
When you were crossing state to state, man, what was the biggest marketing push that you had behind you? What was your angle when you were going to New York and other states?
Really just trying to make it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got TK with me, you know what I'm saying, Doc with me, and they just trying to help me do my thing. I've been doing it myself the whole time, however, but it's still like, you know, just having that guidance or support right there is like, it made a big deal. That's how I was able to get into them labels. Like, I couldn't have did it without them at that time, you know what I'm saying? It was just me really just trying to trailblaze for myself and like just pushing the door in, like when nobody let me in. So I'm like, I got to force my way in.
Do you feel like, you know, with labels, did you, after learning the process and learning and talking to so many of them, do you feel like the benefits there, or do you feel like staying independent is the route at this point?
It depends on what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Like, that machine can turn you up. Like, for sure, it can do it for you. However, sometimes you got to give up ownership. You know what I'm saying? And you can't really control your intellectual property. So it's just whatever you want to do, you got to find that balance for yourself, you know? I wouldn't be mad at nobody for either way. Like, just have a plan and know what you're doing, regardless of the fact.
What was the biggest opportunity you were ever handed, or like ever proposed to? Like, what was the biggest opportunity somebody offered you?
In regards to like
A label for labels.
label,
Yeah.
I ain't really get no label offers. Like,
And they didn't try to sign you or anything?
no, I ain't even gonna say that. Nope. I just had meetings on distribution. So like I got distribution with like 300 Sparta. I'm over there at Revolt with Warner. Got records out with Sony Orchard. Like just distribution situations.
Yeah, you noticed in Detroit a lot of people went with Empire.
Yeah.
Empire, they were like really paying attention to the Detroit sound.
Yeah. I got like one of them situations like or stories like Pluto or like Hove, like where shit wouldn't nobody sign me, so I had to do it myself. You get what I'm saying?
The independent push.
Yeah, indeed.
Talk a little bit about, artistry these days, like we said, has changed. It's a lot about self-production for the artist itself, right? So now you have to produce a lot of your own. I mean, posting in a way is production, in my opinion. I think when you post something or create a production or even however you create it as a production at the end of the day.
Yeah, indeed.
Are you in favor of part of being a self-produced artist, or do you favor more so let all the creatives handle their part, let me just be the artist?
I really never had that situation. Like even coming into it, like TK liked what I was doing and Doc liked what I was doing over there at Art Baron because I was a do for self type of person, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna wait on nobody to do nothing for me. I'm gonna get up and do it on my own. Now if you wanna add on and you wanna help, like perfect, like let's do it. But you gotta get it done.
Yeah.
Especially like when you out there in the trenches, like no hope, hard knock life, you gotta get this shit done, man. Ain't nobody coming to save you, bro.
Yeah, that's terrible, man. Like to even think about it, did you feel like it was your only way out? Like, do you feel like music was the only way out?
For sure. Hey, you could look at it like a terrible thing, or you could look at it like shit, bro. That's just what's going on. Like we on the road to it. So I don't look at it like it's terrible. Like it could be better type shit. Like, who wouldn't want the little baby situation where like QCP and everybody just we fucking with you, we just gonna sign you, put you on. Like, yeah, that'd be cool, but that ain't everybody situation.
Yeah, but isn't his deal kind of crazy where like he's basically in debt for the rest of his life?
Yeah.
Fuck all that. I mean, but my friend talked to me about that one time. He's like, yeah, you could be. He's like, the thing is, people like take shots at Lil Baby for that, but it's like he's rich forever still.
Yeah, you're rich forever for sure.
It's like you can be in debt, but technically speaking, it's like you still got money, even if you are in debt forever.
Yeah, he possibly could get his masters back one day. You just never know.
Yeah,
we don't know what his contract look like. We don't know what he signed.
Do you since you've been breaking out into trying to go out nationally and globally, do you still resonate with the Detroit sound as far as like implementing that with your music, or are you really trying to just stray away?
It's just being an artist, bro. Like I really feel like I can rap on anything for real. So it'd be like, I love that Detroit sound. That's what they want. I got records like that. I got records that's in a different bag too, though. Like just being versatile as an artist. Like I don't leave really nothing off the table, and like don't nothing really matter until it work for you. Yeah. At the end of the day, nobody care until that shit go. So shit, I encourage niggas just to experiment with the sounds. Like try new things. You know what I'm saying? Don't be stuck in a box, but stay true to you for sure. Like don't go too far left. You get what I'm saying? But
yeah,
try different shit.
Yeah, Vezel just hopped on a beat the other day on the Hip Hop Lab. I noticed it was like some crazy different shit.
But that's how it be though. Like you want them bigger looks, them bigger records, you know what I'm saying? You want people to look at you in a different light. You gotta start doing that. You gotta like open up your palette. I seen that record with Vezo too though. Like I liked it. I see where he going with it.
Yeah, if sometimes if you feel like you're catering too much to the city sound, that's what can kind of put you in a hole, because now you kind of feel like you're stuck only providing for the city.
Yeah, indeed. It'd be like a hamster wheel type shit.
Yeah. podcast got shit like that too. Sometimes I feel like sometimes I can't talk to motherfuckers outside the city, and you're like, damn, man, like trying to get motherfuckers to talk to, and they're like, yeah, but you guys just do rap, and you're just like, damn, like now you're kind of stuck in that realm. You know?
I kind of get it. How you even come up though? Like from my understanding, is like it was something with Sada.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I was shooting music videos in 2012, and then in 2016 I met Sada. And then we started shooting music videos together. I generated for him millions of views, like really quickly. So like right when I was doing millions of views with him, everybody started getting wind of me because they're like, yo, this dude's the real deal with the camera shit. Then music videos were still going, but in 2020 I decided to do music reviews because I thought everybody's music was ass. And then Helliva was like, yo, I want to do that shit with you. So Helliva pulled up on me. We started doing music reviews together. Then I interviewed Helliva after the music reviews, and that's when the podcast started. Because after when I did that interview with him, we posted the interview parts, and there was like, yo, keep doing that shit. So after Helliva, it was like non-stop interviews. But Sada was the first person to get my name known in like the city.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Sada kind of need more flowers. Like shout out school, he really be throwing niggas lives for real. Like, I
swear, bro,
it's low key as hell. Like if you really look at his track record, like he done threw a lot of motherfuckers lives for real.
Crazy, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? And the other day somebody posted saying like, oh, do rappers need to pass down the torch? I think Sada has passed down the most torches you could possibly pass down in the city.
Yeah, no fake it, because you can go you, Kid L.
True.
You go Skilla.
True.
You go Kirsch Dollar. You go Jigs. What's his cousin name, the female?
Ashley Sorrell.
Yeah. He kind of helped BFB the Pac-Man.
True.
Like, bro really be throwing lives for real.
And there's a lot of times I brought people into the studio. Wow. Yeah.
Different people like on the
he had Big Squad.
Side.
Big Squad had like 30 artists
Big
in
Squad,
it. Muna, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's bro. Shout out to him.
He tried to help out a lot of people, and like a lot of people just didn't know how to manage the ball when he passed the ball to them. And it's not his fault. Like, what do you want to do? Pass the ball? Now everybody's gonna hit the shot after. So
I say he be helping out the big Jungle kid.
Jungle, yep. Skip.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people side of help.
School need his flowers though.
For sure.
I ain't gonna lie.
For sure.
I ain't seen nobody in current times like just do it like how he be doing it.
That's, part of it is because he knows he's so good. Like, he knows, like, I'm so set no matter what, that it's easier for him to help. I think a lot of artists, they're scared with their talent ability that they don't think that they can just pass the ball around. They're like, I'm scared. What if I lose my shit? Like, what if I lose the game? But
yeah, that's a bad way to look at it.
Yeah, for sure. What do you figure, like, because you've been around, you've seen the game from different cities and different areas. Do other cities move the ball around more? Do other cities try to help each other more than Detroit? Or do you think it's the same everywhere?
The different places like do different shit. Atlanta, they pass in the rock. They turn anybody up. Like if you just around, you gonna get your shot. You know what I'm saying? LA is more like segregated, like, but it's just different places. I say Atlanta for sure. They gonna pass you the rock. New York, they'll pass you the rock too. A lot of them be getting on. And in Florida, a lot of them be getting on too. Like just being in vicinity and knowing somebody, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you already witnessed all that shit.
Yeah, I watched a lot of niggas get put on, bro. I watched a lot of people get put on. Like even being there, I watched, I went to school with Lil Yachty.
Word?
Yeah, indeed, yeah. I went to Pebblebrook High School. After my mama had left off Bankhead for a year, she moved to like right outside the city. And it's a little town called like Mableton, Austell, Georgia, or whatever. And I went to a school called Pebblebrook for like a year and a half or whatever, 2 years. Ken Carson was there, like that's a little bro. Yeah. I watched him come up. I watched niggas pass him the ball. Yeah, so I was dating his sister, and just him and my little brother used to run around and shit like that. So I watched so many people get the baton passed to him.
Damn, you were dating a Lil Yachty's sister?
No, Ken Carson.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah, that's my young nigga. I ain't talked to him in a minute, but that's my baby. Still love for them.
Well, you even look at Lil Yachty. He came down here, did the Michigan Boat Boys too. So it was like he came from a different region. It was like, let me turn on Michigan.
Man,
too.
I ain't even gonna lie too, because I went to East English Village on East Warren, and then I went to school with Drago and Bino. So watching all of that shit happen, I was like, oh man, how the fuck I ain't a part of this shit? You know what I'm saying? Like watching different people I done went to school with from different states come together. It'd be like, damn.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So I had to just find my way into this shit. You know?
I'm gonna have Nick adjust your microphone real quick because it's kind of covering. People are passing the torch. This is about carrying the torch after you get it, not knowing how to not fumble it. Do you think anybody's ever put that spotlight on you? Do you feel like you got that opportunity? I mean, obviously, you know, got a guy vouching for you at a major label that's pushing you to other labels and doing that for you. But do you think it's more important for an artist to do that, or do you think that the labels can help?
You know, they told me like, you can get a situation. They wanted me to come back home and plant my flag a little bit more, and get some features or whatever. So like, you know, it is what it is. When it come, it'll come. Like I ain't chasing nobody. Like this rap shit get weird. People tell you they gonna do shit, then don't do it. So it'd be like, you know, I just want to work with genuine people. If somebody see my shit, like, oh yeah, bro, hard, like pass on the torch, he gonna do right with it. Let's run. Like other than that,
Sure.
hell yeah.
Are you working on a new album?
I got the Double R mixtape out right now, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Out exclusively on Even.
What's that?
This the keychain, man, the digital album.
Oh, so you can just scan it?
Indeed, tapping on your phone is gonna pop right up. You know what I'm saying? I decided to go the direct to consumer route this time, bro. Cause like I say, I couldn't get nobody to put my shit out. Like being around these niggas for years, months, and days, ain't nothing coming out. You ain't making no money. The stream and shit down like a motherfucker. We don't know the formulas and how that shit pay out. So it's like, bro, let me do what I can to support myself, my career, my family, and go directly to consumer. And then still being creative at the same time. Something that I can put in somebody's hand and they can walk away with it, you know what I'm saying? Still have a piece of me, you know?
Who's the baby?
That's me right there.
You had tattoos when you were a baby?
No, I put them bitches on there. Lil Wayne always been my favorite rapper.
I see off like the Carter shit and
exactly,
all that.
I ain't gonna lie.
That's cool as fuck.
Spitting off Double R mixtape out. I'm gonna put it on DSPs too. I had a threshold, like a certain amount of money I wanted to make, and then it's like, okay, boom, everybody can have it now.
You don't have one damn feature on this bitch, except for, I don't even know if that's
I'm about to put out the Double R mixtape too, though. It's gonna have Kirch on there. I got features with Spank Nitty James. I got, who else I got on there? Courtney Bill on there.
That's dope.
I got MIAJC all throughout that motherfucker. Lil Say That. Kayla Wan, I got a few people on there.
Are they going to be features on the songs that are already on here, or are they going to be whole new songs with the features with the new tape?
Brand new.
Okay, cool.
Double R mixtape 1.5. I might put the highest streaming songs from Double R mixtape. I'll probably throw them on there, but it's then they're going to be like a whole new project, all features just to juice my shit up real quick.
Yeah, why not? Fuck it.
Yeah.
Courtney Bell's a great pickup too, man. Very conscious lyrical rap. I mean, I don't think he likes being called that, but to me, I feel like he's...
Yeah, that's how I even met Courtney Bell, just through the science of the mind. Like we both deal in the same schools of thoughts. So man, that's bro. Like every time I talk to him, it'd be high vibrations and shit. You know what I'm saying? We be talking about stuff that you can't really normally talk about.
Yeah, I mean, like who's really doing it? As far as the way what he's talking about in his music, who else is really doing that from the city?
Me.
Yeah, but you like you're more. Courtney is like you're more musical in my opinion. I know I'm gonna get in trouble for saying that, but I feel like you're more like sonically like appealing as far as like
I get what you're trying
broader.
to say.
Like more people will be able to listen to it. Courtney's
come off as conscious.
Yeah, it's very conscious, like lyrical.
But I got stuff like that too though. Like that was the thing when TK was trying to get that shit signed. It was too early. They thought it was like some Christian rap shit that I was doing. I got a project out called God's Getting Money 3. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just talking about some of the, you know what I'm saying, high science on there, some of the conscious shit.
Yeah, I think Kendrick and J. Cole really had to prove that concept that the mainstream will be able to digest those types of songs, right?
Yeah.
But I've seen your music is more, like I said, it's more melodic to me. It's not just like straight intellectual, like I'm going to force it down your throat that I'm smart as fuck or that I know about the world and shit.
Bro, I had a period where I was on that, you know what I'm saying? But I had to realize, like, bro, you got to come to the people as the people, especially in this game. Like, you got to put the medicine in the motherfucking candy. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah, bro.
the people don't want that. And that shit don't really work for young niggas in the hood, bro, who trying to figure out how they gonna get through the next day. And it's like, I've been there. Like, so I do have this knowledge. And then too, bro, like, too many people is trampling upon it. Like, you know, you're not supposed to cast your jewels amongst the swine. Like, just as a wise man, I had to go through that shit and learn it. You know what I'm saying? So now, I don't just come across just trying to teach a motherfucker. Like, I give it to who want it. I try my hardest not to teach somebody something that don't ask for it.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying? Because if you seek it, you will find it.
Yeah, you can't just shove things down people's throats. Like,
Yeah.
you gotta like want. They have to want to know and interpret what you're giving them.
Bro, I've been a vegan for 8 years, right?
Word.
Man, I had the whole bag. Like, so I understand, Courtney. You get what I'm saying? Where it's like, you just want better for your people and your environment. So you like, once you figure something out, you like, man, hey, man, put that shit down. Stop doing this. Stop doing that. You feel me? So
Yeah.
it be like that. You got to learn that shit, though.
8 years is a minute. That's a hard. Did you break it, or are you still vegetarian?
No, I'm a vegan.
Vegan.
Straight plant-based. I only eat from the earth.
Amazing.
Yeah, no, I ain't broke it. I ain't even thought about it.
What was the day you started?
20, what? The exact day, I don't remember.
But like, what made you even start it? Like, what was the day where it's like, all right, I'm done with meat?
I say Dr. Sebi played a big part in that shit. You know what I'm saying? And then Nip was another one of my favorites or whatever. So I say I went to prison before too.
Oh.
Yeah, 2016. I came back home or whatever. Like sometime in 2017, and I was watching Dr. Sebi like a motherfucker and Dr. Afrika. And then from there, I was like, okay, boom. One day, I was just like, bro, I just went cold turkey on that shit. Like, once I figured, like, I gathered enough information
What did he
for
say?
myself.
What did he say, though? That he had to have said something.
It wasn't one thing. It was an accumulation of things that, you know what I'm saying, I just picked up on, like.
Break it down.
Like, shit, just on the science. And then with the health. Like, when I started figuring out about the food industry and shit,
Yeah.
like, that was really my thing. Like, I wasn't one of those, yeah, let's save all the animals type of motherfuckers. No, I was one like, damn, bro, y'all got the animals living fucked up in them conditions. They living in their own feces and shit like that. They feeding animals, other animals, and then y'all feeding that shit to me. I'm seeing cows having cancer and big ass boils, and then they just cut it off, and then they cut it up, but it's still in the blood, it's still in the flesh, and then I'm eating that shit.
Ugh.
So it was more so, and then I start figuring out about the chemicals and the different shit that they was putting in the food, and that's what did it for me, for real. And then when I heard about them breaking it down in the science of herbalism and shit like that, I was like, all right, boom, that might be the route for me to go.
You remember your last meal as a regular?
Hell yeah, some bullshit.
I had
Some vegan, I'm not even vegan, some pizza from the store on 6 Mile in Guntham. I ate some pizza. I was eating pizza and shit, pepperoni, all type of shit over there.
Yeah. I remember when I went vegan, it was baby back ribs. I was eating them, and then I was just eating the baby. I was like, bro, this is like cow right now, bro.
Oh, you a vegan?
I stopped, man. I'm not gonna lie.
You stopped?
I made a comeback, but when that was the last thing I ate was baby back ribs, I was just chewing on. I'm like, bro, I'm literally eating the flesh of a fucking cow right now, bro. Or wherever the fuck ribs come from.
No, that baby back ribs, that's probably, that's pork?
Yeah, I think it's a pig even, something like that.
Oh, yeah.
And then
that shit's so far.
So I stopped eating meat from that point for 2 years. Then I went pescatarian, so I let myself eat fish. And then a year and a half ago, my girlfriend was eating chicken wings from Jet's Pizza, and I was like, I can't.
Let me get one of that.
And I was back in the game. I was like, damn. But I feel way worse now. When I was vegetarian, I felt great. I felt good, like clear, bro. Like I gotta get back.
Know.
You just inspired me to go back.
That's cool. See
what I'm saying? I'm about to go back. I'm gonna go pescatarian.
You got to work, build yourself up. Do what's best for you, your blood type and shit like that.
So you stay physically fit, right, and everything like that. But a lot of people say that you need protein in order to, sustain. Where do you get your protein source from?
So it's a lot of different things, bro. In my opinion, bro, you need nutrients. You need minerals. That's what keep the body sustained. Like, and even when it comes to protein, if you want some high protein shit like avocado, chickpea, It's a few different things. Do your research. You know what I'm saying?
So so is it easy for you to like figure out your day to day though? Like, what am I gonna eat today? Because it's like hard to get food.
No, I really like my women cook for me. Like,
I think one of Kirch's boys is a vegetarian. Doesn't he have like a trap where he cooks vegetarian food?
oh, I don't even know.
Yeah, then one of our homeboys is a vegetarian. He only cooks vegetarian food.
Oh, I think yeah, I don't know who you talking about. Maybe I do, but
Yeah.
I don't wanna.
But so your girls, the women around you cook for you basically.
Yeah, indeed, for sure.
Damn.
And then late night shit, it do get hard. It was hard at first, but now I come prepared. Like I prepare myself. You know what I'm saying? Make sure I got everything I need. Because Detroit is a food desert. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can't even get a salad from Burger King in Detroit. It's crazy.
Yeah, no, that shit over with. I ain't gonna lie. But then there's be a lot of Chaldean restaurants. You know what I'm saying? Or with Mediterranean food. You know what I'm saying? You can go get falafel and shit like that late night sometime.
Yeah, there's a lot of chickpeas and stuff in falafel.
Yeah, it did.
So it's good protein. Damn, so you're damn. Just trying to keep your mind, mental clear. You're trying to keep everything clear, right?
Yeah, indeed. Just showing how you could do this shit in the hood, bro. You know what I'm saying? I've been through everything everybody else done been through. I done been through prison. I done been being in poverty. I done been through the gunfights, all of that. You know what I'm saying? And still just making it to where, you know what I'm saying, you don't fall victim to it and you can rise above it. You know what I'm saying? And you don't got to sell out. I ain't got to put on no dashiki or none of that shit. Like, you know.
Yeah, like you don't have to be so like throwing it in people's faces that you're trying to better yourself.
Yeah, coming in too hot, that's gonna make a motherfucker not want to do it. You know what I'm saying? And I had to learn that though.
Yeah, you gotta like do it gracefully. You gotta do it where it's like you're doing it for yourself and not to show off that you're doing it.
Yeah, indeed.
It's really, there are a lot of people like every time like you'll see somebody falling off, all of a sudden they'll get all spiritual and shit. And then they start selling you like spiritual courses, and I'm like, damn, bro, like it was like a profit scheme for you.
Yeah, I'd be tired of that shit too. No fake.
Yeah, like what? See, you telling me right now I gotta buy these herbs and plants from you, but you were just talking about street shit the other day. Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah, it be like that though. That come with being. Some people be doing that shit the wrong way. Some people like how I said is like being the lord of all the worlds. Like just going to any world and being able to adapt. And like I said, being able to rise above and show the people how to rise above. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I'm not a perfect person. I'm not no saint. You know what I'm saying? I'm a righteous person. Like, I do what's right. And you know what I'm saying? Pass it along to others. If you want it, peace. If not.
What made you have to go away? Like, why'd you have to do time?
Got caught with a gun.
Oh, okay.
Some marijuana. Got my CPL now, though. I was a hider. I was young too. Well, I was 20.
What's a hider?
Home's Youthful Trainee Act. So it's like if you up under the age of 24 in Michigan, if you catch a case and you complete it, they sent me to Thumbs Correctional Facility, and it'd be like they call that bitch Gladiator School.
What the fuck?
Yeah. But if you complete the program or whatever, you know what I'm saying, they expunge it from your record. So I completed it after 4 years. I did my prison time, came home, was on probation for 2 years, you know what I'm saying? And
how many years were you inside prison?
Like a year and some change.
Just for having the weapon though?
Yeah, in Michigan it's a mandatory too for felony firearm.
I didn't know that.
Indeed. Because I was a hider, I was able to get, you know what I'm saying, some of that time knocked off and did it on probation.
Damn, so I could have went to prison for a minute when they caught me with that.
Man,
gun.
I seen so many people catch pistol cases though and didn't go to prison. I'm like, what the fuck? I think it was just meant for me to go to prison so I could see the conditions that was going on. Like, that's a mass incarceration for black people. It's a big thing. So I think in my journey it was meant for me to see that.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Do you think they do it intentionally to teach you a lesson? Do you think or do you think it's just the law? Just like,
I mean, we 14th Amendment citizens, so basically, like, they can do whatever they want. Once you commit a crime, slavery never stopped. I don't know if I answered your question, like,
no, you did,
way,
yeah, you're right though. Like, we're still under a system.
Yeah, it's like in the 13th Amendment, they tell you that shit though. like slavery is abolished, and except for like if you commit under the like if you do a crime, basically.
Yeah, if you do a crime, you basically lose your rights.
Yeah, indeed. And then that's where you see like people going to prison, the chain gang, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? You basically slavery. It's not abolished.
What'd you do with your time inside? Did you reflect? Did your consciousness evolve inside, or did it make things worse for you?
I came back home worse for real.
Wow.
I read the Bible. I spent a lot of time in the hole and shit like that, but it didn't really do nothing for me. Everybody, all the different schools of thoughts, like the Bloods, the Crips, the Muslims, the Moors, everybody tried to come and recruit me. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't subscribe to nothing.
Didn't they know you were only in for 1 year?
No, you don't really tell nobody all the time.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, because then, like, you get into it with somebody, they can make sure you do extra time.
Yeah.
So, I was really in there minding my business.
When you were inside, you said things got worse by the time you left. Like, what made things worse for you?
Corrections don't really do no correcting. It's like a fucking crime school. It was like high school without women. That's what prison is for it's high school without women, bro. It ain't like the movies and how people think of shit like that. It ain't as bad. Well, I don't want to say that shit ain't as bad. That shit fucked up. But it ain't like, if you solid, you know how to mind your business, it ain't as bad like as people would think. Like, it's not like the movies. Like, every day you fighting for your life type shit. Like, hell no. It ain't like that. So, with that, people get comfortable in there. Sometimes I didn't heard people say, bro, I don't even want to go home.
Whoa.
They get that comfortable in there. You know what I'm saying? And outside, it ain't nothing for them. So they gonna have to go back to doing the same shit and then end up back in that bitch anyway. So they like, fuck it.
Yeah, it's like that system. They're just, what do they call it? When you get out, they say you're so used to the system, you can't adjust to the outside when you get out.
Oh,
damn.
Institutionalized.
Institutionalized, yeah.
Yeah, indeed.
That's crazy.
I seen that a lot. A lot of young people, man. No faking.
Yeah, that'd be tough. If you were in prison for 20 years and then you get out to the new world and it's like everything's changed and you can't get a job because you're a felon, nobody wants to be around you. It's like, damn, well, go back to a place that was feeding me every day. And
man, well, I done seen people in there that they ain't never even lost their virginity, man.
Damn.
You get what I'm saying? The only thing they know is prison. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, it's a fucked up thing, and
I would just be thinking the whole time, like, what does it feel like to be with some women? That's what I
the
would be
whole
thinking.
time, though, that's what I was waiting to get back to that. No cut. They got, like, it's all type of shit going on. But, you know, it just be like that, bro.
Yeah, that times changed now. The fucking officers, the cell officers are fucking the inmates now, so they're kind of getting off.
Yeah, that shit going on for sure.
It's crazy.
But not too many, though. You got in there, you gotta have that ism, like, really in you. And sometimes you gotta have that money. It gotta make sense for the officer.
Yeah, I'd pay. If I wasn't getting none, bro, if I was locked up for 20 years, I'm paying the corrections officer.
But then I don't even want to say it like that, too, because some people just got that mouthpiece and they can get up on her. And then now she doing shit for them and bringing shit in. Like, that's happening.
They made a whole movie about it. There was a whole Netflix series about it. That one lady that was sleeping with one of the inmates and she helped him break out of prison.
Yeah, dude.
Like a real thing. It just happened like 10 years ago.
Yeah, like, that shit going on.
She helped him literally break out of prison. She was like sneaking stuff into the food and she was having sex with 2 cellmates.
Yeah.
And,
but that shit ain't nowhere you want to be, man. So much pussy out here. Like, you wasting your time. Like, it ain't nowhere you want to be, though. That shit ain't. I don't want niggas to even get this shit confused. You feel me?
Going to prison just to have sex with the corrections officer is crazy, bro.
Crazy, bro.
You know what's a crazy concept, right? So, like, you know, in the city, they do have, like, you can see a repetition in, as far as what buildings and establishments are there business-wise, right? Like, you'll see a liquor store, you'll see a gun store, you'll see a strip club, you'll see gas stations that do things other than sell gas. It's like, do you think the strip clubs or the gentlemen's clubs are helping, or do you think the gentlemen's club hurt as far as keeping people steady? Like, if they weren't getting whatever they want to get out of the strip club, do you think that they would act out into the real world more?
I don't really understand your question. Ask it again.
If you go to a gentleman's club,
yeah,
there's rumors that some gentlemen's club offer more than just viewing. You can do more in the back behind the scenes, right? Do you think if
Nah, man, them niggas just horny as hell, man.
But what I'm saying to you is like, imagine if that place didn't exist. Imagine if gentlemen's clubs didn't exist. Would men lose their minds? Like, would men be all over the streets like, oh shit, we gotta?
Nah,
you know
I ain't gonna say that. That's making people lose their mind. You go to. I know you've been. To
I've been there in the past.
Man, that shit is demonic as hell in that bitch, right?
Okay, they take your money.
You in there. It's women chasing you for a fucking $1, man. She all up your leg for $1, bro. It's other men in there, nigga. You don't know if this nigga want to kill you, rob you. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in there quiet as hell on their phones, staring at each other, looking dumb as hell. Loud ass music. Everybody drunk, high. That shit dumb as hell, man. They charging extra shit. You coming out broke as hell, man. You gotta pay all this money to park, all this money for a bottle that ain't even that expensive. You feel me? A female who then did the same thing for the last 25 niggas. You get what I'm saying? Like,
man, my cousin used to brag
that shit
to
don't
me.
help.
My cousin used to be like, oh, this girl's all up on me at the club, bro. I'm like, yeah, she works there.
Oh, you don't know what's going on, brother.
Yeah.
you confused.
No, she wants to come to the crib, though. That's why it's different. Like, that makes it even worse. But at the same time, I always did wonder, I'm like, okay, if you weren't getting off at the club, what if there was a guy who just couldn't get off because women didn't like him? But then it's like he goes to the club and that regulates him. Like, that makes him go like, all right, at least somewhere I'm getting it.
He got deeper issues.
But he's never, what if he, that's what I'm saying. Like, do you think it's helping society at all to have gentlemen's club? Do you think it all?
I think it's bringing it down. It's making our, like, the young women, like, damn, I can go make some fast money if I go shake my ass. Like, if I go do this or do that. You got to degrade yourself to even go in there.
True.
Most people who go in there, even with money, they just going in that bitch to show you I got money for real.
True.
Like, it ain't even, the strip club culture not even the same. Like, for real, like, people, you gotta have some money going in that bitch. If not, it's like ain't nobody checking for you. So you really gonna still get treated like a nobody. You gonna get treated like a chump. You ain't got no dog shit in that bitch, man.
It's crazy. This is a playing ground to show off your money and your status. That's nuts.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's all it is.
Now, do you find yourself wanting to implement yourself? Like we talked about the culture a little bit earlier. Do you find yourself wanting to push any type of movements or be a part of any movements in the culture of Detroit or in the city of Detroit? Or right now are you just so focused on artistry that you can't really help push that right now?
I mean, I got a lot of students, bro. Like, shit. So, like, I'm still teaching.
Where do you teach at?
Huh?
Where do you teach at?
Like, in the streets.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Hell yeah. You know? So, like, a lot of this shit you can't learn in a classroom, bro. And like I said, bro, I'm not really here to teach the educated people and all of that. Like, I ain't gonna say that. Well, it'd be like, I'm here to help the people who need it the most, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
when you're in the street,
that's how T-Rod even got close. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just building on the science of self, like, and knowledge of self. Once you get knowledge of self, you good.
Yes. When you talk about, helping people in the streets and helping people that are around you and stuff, like, what are the biggest issues and areas that you're trying to help people understand better?
Just not knowing who they are. Especially, like, black people. Like, we've been reduced to nothing in this country, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how much you really know about me, but it's just like, yeah, bro, like, I got royalty in my bloodline. I come from, like, a long line of Indian chiefs. You get what I'm saying? Like, Pocahontas is my 13th great grandmother. Chief Wanhan Sunaka of the Powhatan is my 14th great grandfather. So it's like, black people in America, they calling us African Americans. We not even fucking African. There's nothing African about a lot of us. So it's like, we done been put through so much systematic racism that we don't even know who the fuck we is now. Slavery, Jim Crow, all of this shit. It got people in fucked up states of minds, and it got us in fucked up conditions and poverty. Everybody dealing with different shit. You might be dealing with drugs. The next person might be dealing with what? Lust. Next motherfucker just might be in poverty, can't feed their family, you know what I'm saying, based upon the conditions and the systematic behaviors that's, you know what I'm saying, going on against black people. So that's the first thing, is like letting black people know, like, where they come from, what they are. Not even just black people, because I'm here to unite all the seeds too. Like, just educating people on who they are and where they really come from. Cause like motherfuckers be having this shit fucked up in good ways and bad ways.
Yeah,
You
the
pick
first
up what I'm
part is
saying?
kind of knowing your history of like your culture, your heritage, your people, right? To
Yeah.
understand why the community is where the community is for any race.
Yeah.
But you're right as far as the only part that I want to be educated about is when you're saying not even the African, like people consider themselves African American that aren't African American.
Yeah.
So what are they? The people that are confused about the fact that they're not African American, what are they?
Oh shit. Most black people in America are what you would call like Indians.
Mm.
They think they African American. African American came from Jesse Jackson, bro, in like 1988, 87. We wasn't called that. If you pay attention, black people keep being reclassified. We went from colored to Negro to black. Like, you know what I'm saying? Every so many odd years they call us some new shit. But that's because we the title holders to the land. Like the Indians was never like light complexion like you see on the reservations and shit like that.
Yeah.
Read Columbus diaries, like from the beginning. It said these motherfuckers was black. They was dark, different shades of like brown. So that's what's going on. Like this what Malcolm was talking about. Like we in exile in our own land. Same shit Malcolm X was talking about. We the aborigines. You know what I'm saying? Like we the aboriginals. So that's what I mean by that. When you know about the 14th Amendment and the Emancipation Proclamation, like that's when we first got citizenship.
Yeah,
You know
Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah.
That was and that was like for the war too, though. At the same time, there was like ulterior motives behind the Emancipation Proclamation. It wasn't even just like straight freedom. It was literally like we just need y'all to fight for us. So
Yeah.
motherfuckers are free now. But still glad it happened at the end of the day. Better than not having a starting point eventually.
Yeah. But it still made us second-class citizens. It made us 3/5 of a human being because we don't have a culture. If you look at black people, like, I'll be talking, because I got friends in all walks of life, and they tell us, like, man, black people, like, y'all got so much, bro. Like, y'all rich in this, y'all rich in that. Y'all start this, y'all start that. But we lack in unity, and it's like, we reduced to having rap culture as our culture. You know what I'm saying? That's what we have. That's where we learn how to dress, how to talk, what foods to eat. You know what I'm saying? How to dress. Like all of this, that's culture. Like a sense of religion. We learn that from rap because we've been stripped of ours. You get what I'm saying? So, and like I said, we've been put through poverty. You got motherfucking say no to drugs. You got the crack epidemic and all of this shit. You know what I'm saying? So just all of this systematic behavior, like I say, through generations, it played the effect on the black psyche.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what lead us to like drill rap and all of this shit. Like, you gotta know what happened here. You gotta know who you are. And all black people, and then just take it back to the Indian thing, like all black people got a grandma somewhere that's like, yeah, baby, we was Cherokee or we was Blackfoot. You get what I'm saying? But they choose not to identify with that. Like, black people got to go back home, man. We got to get these people their shit back. And we got to really learn who the fuck we is for real, for real.
Yeah, it's crazy because school systems pretty much create the narrative of what the history was.
Yeah, McGraw-Hill.
Yeah. And you kind of consume that as a child and you figure, oh, that's what this is.
Oh, this shit awesome bullshit.
Yeah, but it's like that's just like people that decided what the fuck the history was without actually telling you what the real history was. And then you grow up as a kid thinking that's what the reality is when none of that shit's true.
People made them McGraw-Hill books and the Epstein files.
Word?
Do your homework.
Yeah, those books are fucking stupid, bro. I used to read those bitches and be like, yeah, that makes sense. And then, like, my teacher was, like, a history major, like a real history major, like, for PhD type shit. And he was like, man, all this shit's bullshit, bro. And I was like, what are you talking about? He just told me straight up. He's like, his name was Carter. He told me, he's like, all that shit's bullshit, bro. He's like, they just tell you what to make America seem as less terrible as possible. He's like, whatever way to make America seem like it's not bullshit, that's what those books are trying to do.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, even with Germany and shit, like, everything, bro, like, they try to downplay the fuck out of everything.
All that shit is bullshit.
Yeah, so you
the
just
American school system is like fuck.
Yeah,
you're not being educated for.
They made slavery seem like it was chilling. Like, oh yeah, you feel me? They just were picking cotton and shit. And I was like, and then you read the real history, like, what the fuck was going on?
Slavery ain't even what people think it was, though. Like, and white people were slaves before black people was. See, people don't know the real history about how America was built. You got to think about it. These people came from England. Really, this was the First World War. It was like 7 countries came and jumped the Indians. You got the French, you got the Spanish, the Dutch, the English. This is why, like, we speaking English right now. And got the Portuguese. And Mexico, they speak Spanish. And Brazil, they speak Portuguese. So it's like these people came and jumped this motherfucker at one time. But what they did was, you got to learn about, like, y'all got to learn about indentured servitude. They poor white people over here to build up the country, and they held them for 7 years. And then after 7 years, it's like, okay, we're going to give y'all allotment land and shit like that. And what they did was, when they first got here, it was the Indian show. So the Indians, these motherfuckers was showing them how to navigate the land, how to cultivate the land. This is why you see white people when they first was getting here, like, or European people, whatever, they was getting here and they was dying of different diseases. They didn't know how to weather the storms, the winters, or none of that shit. They had to learn it from the Indians.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So, and it was the Indian plantations, like the tobacco, cane, and all of that shit. So white people were slaves first, and then it was like a destiny swap. It's like, all right, boom, y'all built this shit up. Nah, cool. We coming back. The nobility came over here, and they basically swapped with everybody. Now the black people, which is the Indians, they became the slaves on the plantations and shit like that.
So it's like they learned the system and then they took over after they learned the system.
Yeah, hell yeah, it's a deep history to that shit for sure.
Crazy as fuck, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the history book, all it tells you is that Christopher Columbus pulled up and then he found the shit empty and he's like, all right, let me cop this one. None of that shit's true.
None of that shit true.
Native Americans got fucking ripped of their land, bro. That's why I think like the only reparations they got is they can build casinos and shit here, and like there's certain tax exemptions.
Those people, the $5 Indians, those not the real Indians.
What do you mean?
Those people, those are Siberians. They came through like the Bering Strait, and the government incentivized them to steal the identity of like the real indigenous. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
If you look into Walter Plecker and shit, like the Virginia codes over there, they was making it to where black people, this is why we keep getting reclassified. You get what I'm saying? Like, you can't, them people on the reservations, they can't trace their family here back past the 1800s. I did a genealogy on myself going back to 1474, before Columbus even came here. This how I know ain't no Africans. I know that my people was Powhatan, Pamunkey, Cherokee. Like, it was, them people wasn't even over here yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that genealogy test goes far back, huh? Like,
Yeah, hell yeah.
It really works.
No, yeah, for sure. Don't do the 23andMe shit, like sending your blood in. No, you got to do a paper trail. Like, you got parents, right?
Yeah.
And they got birth certificates, and when they meet you know what I'm saying, when they return to the essence, they gonna have death certificates. In their lifetime, they gonna have land patents, and that's for all of us. Census records. So the further you got to keep going back, generation through generation, and looking at the documentation, and that's how you will find that shit for real.
Man, I looked through my family's generation. Nobody was doing shit, man.
What's your heritage?
I'm Arabic.
Arabic.
Christian,
okay.
I'm Chaldean, so Christian Iraqi.
Chaldean. Man, I'm kind of into it with the Chaldean community right now.
What happened, man?
I don't know if you've seen it. I got a viral video on my page right now, but it was basically about me telling them that the 50-cent surcharges that they put on consumers and stores is illegal. So, you know, a lot of the Chaldean liquor store owners and gas station owners been kind of in my comments going crazy on me, like, yeah, you don't know what the fuck you talking about, or shut the fuck up, calling me all type of slurs, just because I've been educating the consumers.
What was the post? Like, what did you say specifically?
I basically was in a store and I was buying something, and it was under $5, so he tried to put a 50-cent surcharge on it. And I was like, bro, that you can't put 50 cents on my thing just because I ain't spent $5. And I was like, that's illegal because I'm using a debit card. See now, and he was like, he tried to go back and forth with me, and I just tried to educate him on like law and the federal law. Like, bro, you can't do that. So merchants, they have a terminal, a Visa, MasterCard terminal. That's the thing you swipe when you go inside the store. Basically, they have to pay per transaction. So when you swipe your card, you know what I'm saying, they got to pay for that, no matter if it go through or if it don't. So they made a thing to where like, okay, boom, if you don't spend a certain amount of money, because we got to pay per transaction, we got to charge you 50 cents,
Yes.
which is illegal unless you're using a credit card. You know what I'm saying? If you're using a credit card, it's legal. But if you're using a debit card, it's illegal. And then I basically was saying how they been stealing hundreds of millions of dollars from like black communities for shit a lot of years, and they've been making hundreds of millions of dollars just off little surcharges.
The thing about it is when it comes to the debit card charge, right? You purchase under $5. You're saying per transaction they get charged for that to make that transaction.
Yeah, because they got to pay to use that terminal inside their store.
Okay, so here's the devil's advocate. Do you think it's fair that because they're getting charged when you use your debit card that they should make up for it? They should find a way to make up for the loss that they're taking, because now they're not getting the full return of investment. They're not getting their full purchase from you anymore because they're losing money when you use the debit card.
They making money.
Huh?
Because if you buying something from they making money.
Well, let's keep it as simple as possible, just for numbers, right?
Yeah.
Let's say you use your debit card to pay for something that's 25 cents, right? And the cashier gets charged 5 cents because you're using a debit card. Now you only paid him 20 cents for the item.
He it's not gonna be 5 cents, but for the sake of the conversation, no. Don't use the MasterCard thing. And then too, I get it like, why the fuck you about to swipe your card for 25 cents, bro? Like, go get a quarter, bro. So I'll tell a consumer, bro, go get a quarter. You get what I'm saying?
But do you understand that if
all of them don't do it though?
What do you mean?
Like all of the liquor stores and stuff, like it just be the petty ones who they know what they doing.
I think this is my argument. Yeah. I don't think it should be 50 cents. I think it should be, if it's 3 cents, it's 3 cents. And they should have to tell you like, hey, it's 3 cents if you use your debit card. But
3 cents is like, okay, that's understandable.
Yeah, but that
50
cents cap, because
just think about pardon myself. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No,
if 100 people come in your liquor store a day and you charging them all 50 cents, they all using a debit card, bro, you just made a lot of money right there. You get what I'm saying?
Yes. 50 cents is out of line for sure. I don't think they're getting charged 50 cents for every time somebody swipes their debit card with their machine.
Yeah.
It's probably a few
percent.
cents.
Yeah. It's 3%. They supposed to only charge 3%.
3% of whatever your purchase was?
Yeah.
So if it's $10, that's 30 cents, right?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Or whatever.
Yeah, but the point is, 50 cents is crazy. They're just making it a mandatory 50 cents, which is unfair. So if it's $5, that means it would be like under 10 cents, really. So you're right. They're actually making a lot of money off of that.
Yeah, and you got to pay to play. Like, you don't get to be in this building without paying rent.
So the thing is, you're saying basically that the liquor store is like, this is part of your business. Part of your business is you're going to lose on the debit card.
Expenses.
Yeah, so why are you charging me for something that's your business?
Yeah, or you could just ask for straight cash. You don't have to use the Visa and MasterCard terminal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
So, and they just jumped in my comments going crazy on me.
Me and you both got cussed out by the Chaldean community because I told people that when I used to work at a liquor store when I was younger, my cousin used to hit the tax button twice when he used to ring people up. Yeah. So if you were paying for like $50 worth of liquor, he used to like finish up with a couple tax hits here and there while he's ringing you up.
And you exposed it.
And and you didn't even know, like as a customer, you don't even know you're getting charged, right? Man, that bitch did like, I think it was me and Bang Gang Javar did that interview. It did like 300,000 views. It had like 1,000 comments. My DMs were flooded. I was like, oh, Chaldeans hate me now. This is terrible.
Yeah. And but like, it's a lot of good Chaldeans, you know what I'm saying? But I think that Chaldeans at time, bro, like they are segregated, like part of the Detroit. Like Detroit is diverse. It's a primarily black city, but they segregated and they to themselves. And like, I ain't even gonna be fake on here, kid. L bro, like they be taking advantage of the black community like a motherfucker, like, and pushing poison. Like in my hood, it's a liquor store on every corner. But like when I go into their communities, that shit not like that. You get what I'm saying? Even when it comes to the drug trade, like they selling this shit to black people. You get what I'm saying? Like, so a lot of the times they not, and this be my thing, like what do you give back to the community? I ain't saying you owe nobody anything, but when you like purposely put a liquor store on every other corner, bro, like, and you making millions of dollars out of community, you should at least do something. Like, even when it comes to religion, like,
It's an interesting discussion because my parents did own a liquor store in Detroit when I was younger, and I talked to my mom about this because she used to work at the liquor store by herself, and my dad was overseas because my dad was in the army, and she said like basically it was two sides of the coin. There was the customers that treated you very nice and normal, and then there was the ones that were like diabolical, bro. Like they used to have people come in, throw glass at my mom, pull guns on my mom, break into the store every night, scare her when she walked to her car.
Out they mind.
What?
They just out their mind.
Yeah, just out their mind, stealing stuff in front of my mom. One time she chased somebody with a bat because they like said F you to her, and they just started stealing shit and running out the door. Yeah. And it was all on camera and shit. Like, this is shit that like I grew up seeing. I was like, no way that happened. And I would watch them like, damn. Like, and then I would see my mom be like hurt because she feels like, well, one minute that people are telling me they love me, but the next minute they're robbing me. And I think that's part of the thing where the Chaldeans will go like, well, do y'all really love us? But at the same time, just because there's people that hate you doesn't mean you still can't help the people that love you. So I do agree that there should be a community effort from the liquor stores and the restaurants and everybody.
Gas stations.
Yeah, to push something like, there could be something you do, like just something you do to give back. But I think they just go like, oh, y'all fucking are tearing our stores open. Y'all are doing this and that. Why the fuck would we do?
Then you got to think, what you selling them the shit that's making them out their mind.
That's true. But they're also stocking up what is the thing that sells the most. So it's like...
So that means you kind of taking advantage to a degree. Like, okay, boom. If you see your own people, like, because one, you're not doing it in your own community. And I understand it's a business.
There's
like,
liquor stores there's liquor stores in all
for sure.
Middle Eastern, like there's no like Middle Easterners basically live, the main areas they live is Madison Heights, Sterling Heights, Warren, West Bloomfield's like a different league of just like whatever the fuck. And those are like the main areas that Chaldeans live. Madison Heights, Sterling Heights, Warren. That's like the main areas. There's liquor stores everywhere in those areas.
Yeah, for sure.
But there's no gun stores.
It's a 400, it's like 500 liquor stores in Detroit. Yeah. 500, like I did the math on my video. You can go in there and watch it after this. And it's like, bro, it's not that many of those in the in like the Chaldean communities. You get what I'm saying? And I understand that, like.
But when you're saying, but here's the correction I want to make with that. You're saying that there isn't liquor stores in the Chaldean community.
No, I say it's not as many.
Oh yeah, there's not as many, yeah. But there is, like, if you're talking about Sterling Heights, there's literally a liquor store in every corner. If you go to Sterling Heights, where predominantly Chaldeans are, there is a liquor store per 1 mile. Like, and the only reason that they're not even closer together is because of what's it called? There was laws before that liquor stores had to be separated by
zoning.
At least zoning, where you have to be between 1 or 2 miles separated from the nearest liquor store in certain cities.
Yeah, but see why they don't do that in the black community.
They just started doing it. They made it worse in Detroit. They made it where now you can literally fucking do it. Now you can literally
if you ride up East Warren, it's one every block or every other block.
Yes, I do agree. It is crazy that.
So and then I get like we here to make money, right? But then when you see like it's at a detriment of the people, it's like you kind of add on to the problem. You get what I'm saying?
Here's the argument, right? Not even an argument, but here's what the point I want to address.
Yeah.
Are the liquor stores at fault for giving the people what they want? Like, they are feeding the poison, but are people purchasing the poison and only the poison? For instance, if you started selling healthier things at the liquor store, would those things be purchased? That's the question. So are the consumers the ones that are dictating what they want to purchase? If the consumer is generally coming in to purchase liquor, smoke cigarettes, and junk food, and then you start switching that out for health foods, are they going to purchase the health foods? That's the question. And you have to look at restaurants like Burger King and McDonald's that when I go to the city, they don't even sell salads. So you're kind of wondering, like, why wouldn't they sell salads? Yeah. They sell them everywhere else.
That's why I just don't blame the Chaldean community. It's really like a thing, like everybody is in on this cash grab because Black America has like a high, like we have money. We don't know how to keep money or circulate the money within our community. Like, say the Chaldeans or the Japanese, the Chinese, like, shit, the Chinese come there, they see, oh, okay, black people, they don't really know, okay, it's a motherfucking nail salon they like, we gonna put this shit in the black communities. They everywhere, all over the place. The hair salons, you don't see nothing black owned in the community, right? So I'm not just blaming the outsiders, because black people do got to come together and like wisen up and get their shit together. Like, we got to come and get organized. I just see it as a thing where it's like, okay, it's like, all right, shit, you slapping bro, I can slap bro too. Fuck it. Like, it just is what it is. It's like, I'm going to get me off this shit. Like, and I'm going to feed my family. And then I don't really care about your family, because shit, y'all want this shit.
And I do agree on that point too, of just the giving back aspect is lacking. I think the Middle Eastern cultures, I think the Chaldeans and I think the Indians, the Chinese, everybody that's outside of the city, that like this is the best point about it really, is that people from outside of the city are creating businesses within the city, right? They're profiting off the city, and then they go back home.
Yeah.
And they don't spend that money within the city, and they don't give back within the city. So it's really like a cash grab, like you're saying. It's like we come from a different city, make
and it's
money.
predominantly like black neighborhoods too.
Yeah, it's like the Chaldeans, Chinese, all these cultures are basically like, they're coming in from West Bloomfield, they're coming in from Sterling Heights, from Troy. They come work in Detroit, they make all their money here, then they dip. They don't spend the money back, and they don't do anything as a community effort to give back. So I 100% agree that.
Yeah, I don't see them people at like black-owned restaurants, or like, just if I'm being honest, I never seen a Chinese person in a black-owned restaurant. I never seen a Chaldean in a black-owned restaurant. Like,
there should be some type of not giveaway, but there should be some type of accommodation for the fact that
I ain't gonna say a giveaway either.
Not a giveaway, but accommodation for like, okay, like even for the kids, even if on Sundays, like the liquor store owners figure out a way to be like, well, you know, Kellogg sponsored us today, so we have like a barrel of like cereal that's here for free or something. Just do something to show like we're here to fuck with you guys. Like,
yeah, we see what y'all going through.
Yeah,
you know, because a lot of Chaldeans too, like they get the loans to even open these businesses and shit like that. We don't get those loans. We not incentivized. Like, I learned about like the whole Chaldean and Assyrian culture, and like what they was being persecuted for out in Iraq, and you know, and why they came here and how they came here. And
yeah, Saddam gave them the key and shit like that.
Yeah,
I mean, they gave Saddam the key to fucking build in Detroit, basically.
Yeah, so it's like, when it comes to it, like, I understand, like, they got to struggle too. And, like, if we are part of the human race, is like, you see your fellow brother, like, going through something, like, don't add on to the fire. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely. There's this lack of consciousness and aware of the society and the community, especially from people.
Just money. Yeah. Grab.
For real. No, and Middle Eastern people, they know how to make money, but they're not, like, super spiritual. So it's like when they get here, they're like thinking like, you're right. They're just thinking, how do I make the money? And then they're not thinking about like, oh, what am I doing while I'm making this money? Like, who am I hurting? Who am I not helping while I'm making this money?
Well, when you say Middle Eastern people, are you talking about the Muslims?
I'm talking primarily Chaldeans. Like
Chaldeans,
Chaldeans,
okay.
people, Arabic, Middle, like whoever's building stores inside of the Detroit communities, they're not really paying attention or giving awareness to like the effect that they're having while they're doing that.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, especially because even there was an era of Chaldean gangsters in Detroit. Like there was Chaldean gangsters.
The Chaldean mafia.
Yeah, the Chaldean mafia, literally.
And selling bricks of cocaine in black communities.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it'd be like, damn, man. But then black people be selling cocaine to black people. It's like,
yeah, but the Chaldeans were like, they didn't have to do all that shit.
Yeah.
They didn't even make it either. Like, I went to prison and shit. Like, y'all didn't have to. Like, you could have just. Because you make a good point. You came, you had access to great opportunity. Why was the first thing you decided to do start becoming a drug dealer, bro?
Yeah.
Like, why was that the first move? And, bro, on top of that, you already know these liquor stores sell more than the shit that they're supposed to be selling. So
yeah, for sure. And I feel like they only kind of deal or like black people that got money, or like entertainers. Like, in this city, you know what I'm saying, you will see the Chaldeans like dealing with, if we can use you to sell these drugs, these bowls, these pounds of weed, like, we'll fuck with you. Or like, we can use your stardom, like, we'll fuck with you. But other than that, like, we don't really fuck with y'all for real.
yeah, like,
but we do fuck with the culture. Like, we like how y'all kick y'all shit, wear y'all clothes, and the jewelry, like, style of, like, we like certain shit about y'all, but we don't really like y'all like that.
Yeah, I don't like those conversations of like when people, Chaldeans or whatever, or would be working with people like people in Detroit, black people, African American people, and then they would shut the door and be like, man, fuck, I got off on him. I'm like, why are you talking like that? Like,
Yeah.
I hate hearing conversations like that. Like, bro,
Yeah.
we're not here. You're not here to fuck somebody over or be like, oh, somebody's beneath me. Like, that shit's retarded. That shit's
Yeah.
stupid as fuck to me, bro.
And I don't care who doing it. If it's black, white, Chaldean, like it ain't right. Right is right and wrong is wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we got to not be scared to speak truth to power.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of these people got a lot of power, a lot of money and shit, so a lot of people just shut the fuck up and go with it. You know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
what happens when you make money the only motive. Like,
Yeah.
when you just have money. But then there's another discussion of just like, okay, people in Detroit, right?
Yeah.
Because there's so lack of opportunity, like you're saying, that sometimes people feel like the only way out is to do something drastic in order to find success.
Yeah.
So then it's like they have to take excessive measures as far as what's legal and illegal and all those things to get that money or get that status or whatever. And it's like, do you blame motherfuckers? Because that might be their only way out is to pull some bullshit.
I want to come on here and say some crazy shit, right? But I'm like, damn, bro, I can't do that.
What?
You get what I'm saying? Nah, I can't do that. You get what I'm saying? And they be like, yeah, motherfuckers looking for opportunity, bro. They looking for ways out. And sometimes you can't blame them because of their conditions, once again. And motherfuckers don't have no hope, bro. These people be out here left for dead. So you can't blame them sometimes. But then at some point in life, you got to grow. And you got to see, like, you got to be a self-savior. Ain't nobody coming to save me, man. So I got to save myself. And I got to start doing positive shit. Once again, you got to get the knowledge of yourself. Once you get the knowledge of yourself, then you can start helping and changing others and really affect the change out here in these streets. Until then, it's just going to be the same shit.
How do you feel about New Era's efforts?
Man, shout out to New Era, man. Like, I love to sit down with them, like, and learn some things from them, and bring some of the things I got to the table.
Very cool.
Shout out to New Era, man. New Era, holla at me. I know y'all gonna see this.
Yeah, shout out Net Zeke, man. Net Zeke's always fucking with us and showing support and showing love to the...
It's taking back the community. Shout out to that brother, man.
Yeah,
just for showing love and being an example in the community.
Yeah, he's another one of those people that makes people not want to fuck up either. Like in the like all those stories downtown, they're like, "Hey man, we're not having nobody pull up on us. Keep this bitch right."
Yeah,
which is good.
I like that though. You know what I'm saying?
So if you scan this bitch right now,
yeah,
it pulls up.
Check it out. Try it.
How do I scan it?
Just tap your phone up to it.
All right. With the camera on it?
No. Just put your phone on it like that.
Oh, cool. What the fuck?
Double R mixtape.
Wow. So this bitch just opens up.
Yeah.
United.
Direct to consumer, man. I couldn't get nobody to fuck with me, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, I'm gonna say that. Like, it's just, I'm having records. They not coming out. Just dealing with certain management and shit, bro. And it's like, damn, bro, how long I'ma wait before I just be like, fuck this shit. Let me do it myself.
So this is entirely you.
Yeah.
Like, there's nobody helped you put this together, pretty much?
100% me all the way through and through.
Very cool, man. Wow. It's so weird how everything just pulls the fuck up.
Yeah. It's just like back in the day, man, I grew up watching people sell CDs at the gas station, T-shirts and shit like that. And I'm like, man, let me get back on it. Even me, I did it before I had any opportunities or anything like that. So just like ownership, bro. Just going directly to the people, touching the people, you know what I'm saying, and getting your supporters to fuck with you.
That's pretty brilliant. People need to get hip to this shit. Oh, that's why people are like their business cards are like, somebody told me like you can get some, like somebody gave me a business card one time and it just said the name of the business. I was, what the fuck am I gonna do? There's no website, there's no Instagram, but I think I was just supposed to tap that bitch on my phone.
Yeah, they be having the little QR codes and shit like that.
As far as the tape itself, man, let's break down the tape, man. You got a lot of songs on here. BMF is on here, which is hilarious, just because I didn't know you fucked with BMF like that. But why did you make a song after BMF?
Shout out BMF, man. But shit, I was really just running on there, you know. BMF been a thing in the culture. Like, even me being down in Atlanta and shit, like, hearing the BMF stories and shit like that, just being a young nigga out here, just seeing everything that's going on. And it was just like, I just had a BMF bar, and I named the song BMF.
That's dope. Yeah. What's your favorite track on the song? I mean, the track on the tape.
Damn near. I like Girls Love Money. I like
What's that song about?
This
Obviously,
Girl's Loving Money. You know
like-
what I'm saying?
what were you thinking about when you made the song?
I was just in the studio running in the hood making songs. It was about my brother was gonna be on it. He like, bro, I don't want to make no girl song. And I'm like, bro, the girls is the ones supporting this shit, man. So it's like we gotta tap in for real. And I'm like, bro, I'm about to do it. And I just did it for real. So yeah, that's how that one went. But like my other song on there, Shot Glizzy, I like that one. Like that got a lot of personal shit for me in there. You know what I'm saying? Everything I kind of been going through over the last like 4 years with the rap. You know what I'm saying? Being let down by people and shit like that. Overcoming certain shit, you know? So.
Yeah. When you're talking about people letting you down, you're talking about the music side, or you're talking about just personal life or everything?
I say the personal side, but the music side too, though. Like, yeah, for sure, the music side.
Yeah, people could let you down for sure in the game. This game, man, this game's crazy if you really think about it, bro. It ain't really shit.
Yeah.
It ain't really anybody to look up to and be like, all right, bro, you got me. Like that shit's not. I mean, you have
Fuck no.
Gordy in your fucking background. That's the
Yeah.
easiest way to just be like instant success. Like he could just be like, yo,
You would think, even after this shit though, like man, being here, like TK always see me as one of them like artists like Yo Gotti, Young Dolph. Like when he took me to Certified Neek, like that was the whole plan. It was like, bro, we gonna do something different here with bro. You know what I'm saying? And that was like what we was doing. And like I say, motherfucking certain shit ain't paying out like how I wanted it to. But it'd be like, bro, once again, you gotta just keep running, keep going, doing your shit.
Rap Plug told me you saved Certified Neek's life, man. Is this true?
Yeah.
How'd you save Certified Neek's life, man?
Like I don't want to talk about it too much on here. You get what I'm
No,
saying?
yeah, for sure. Whatever.
Free
company-
All-Star JR.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? But it'd be like, you know.
Well, this is what he said to me. Hold up. Save Certified Neek's life. Well, look, man. First of all, he's my boy, so I don't think it's gonna be a problem.
Mm-hmm.
But like, in what way did you save his life? Like without, you don't have to get into any details, but like, how did you save his life, man?
Let's just say like I was there for him, like when he got shot. And like when everybody left him and ran on him, like I made sure he was good. You feel me?
When he got hit in the leg?
Yeah. He got hit in the leg a few times.
Yeah, I remember that. He came to the podcast after with 3200 Trey.
Yeah.
He came on with crutches. I was like, what the fuck? Because I seen him a month before that, and he was fine. I was like, what the fuck happened to you?
Yeah.
But yeah, he just pretty straight up said he got shot. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. So
But you were the only one to make sure he was straight when he got popped. You were the only one to be around him.
No, there's a lot of people around. Well, yeah, everybody ran.
Damn.
Left him for dead. I couldn't see him go like that. You feel me? So.
Damn. Whew. Damn, Neek. You got one solid dude, man. You know, it's crazy.
I ain't gonna lie, me and bro ain't even seeing eye to eye for right now. Like,
You and Neek?
yeah, I love that nigga, man. But like I say, sometimes you gotta do what's best for you, and like go your own way. Like I'm a self-saver, man. I do for self type shit.
Me and Nick got in an argument like a couple weeks ago because I think they had posted that RJ Lamont footage.
Yeah,
and I didn't like
seen
that because I was like,
Yeah.
why y'all posting like that's our boy? That's our boy. Like, bro, that's like 2016 shit. Like, he was one of the most locked in people I've ever been locked in with. And I was like, why are we posting footage of some shit that he can't even say if it's a joke or not, or if he wasn't really scared? Like, I'm pretty sure he was scared as hell.
Yeah.
During that shit.
I ain't gonna lie.
But
That wasn't even a real gun. That was a prop gun.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, that wasn't no.
So why was he acting all like that then?
Who?
RJ.
Probably because, you know what I'm saying, he not one of those type of guys.
But he
ain't as
thought it
tough.
was real is what I'm saying.
Yeah, thought it was. But that's a movie gun for sure.
Yeah. That's my whole point is like to put that on the internet. The reason it bothered me is because like people who don't know the Detroit scene could look at that and be like, oh, y'all are bitches. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or RJ's a bitch. Which I didn't like that because
I seen the whole thing. People were sending it to me, you feel me?
Yeah.
But like, even be little shit like that though. Like we don't really do shit the same way or like do business the same way sometimes. So it'd be like, can't nobody do nothing to him in front of me or like say, but certain shit, it's just like I don't care for that shit either, man. And it'd be like, at some point, bro, niggas gotta like get on different type of time, man. You feel me? But it'd be like, once again, niggas being scared to speak truth to power type shit. Like niggas won't say nothing to nobody.
Yeah. I remember
You having that dog shit and you got influence and power type shit.
I remember when Sada, you remember when he had 1 million followers before he lost his page?
Yeah, y'all.
So he got 1 million followers and he started posting crazy ass shit in his stories. And I remember we all had a group chat together. Scoop was in it, there's a bunch of us. Like T-Rod's even that bitch too.
Mm-hmm.
I was literally messaging saying, Sada, take down that story post. Like take that shit down. He was saying crazy shit.
Yeah.
And I told him the first time he listened to me, he's like, all right, I'll take it down. I'm gonna take it down. And then an hour later, he posted even crazier shit, like crazy shit. I knew he was gonna get his page taken from the shit he was posting.
Yeah.
So he posted anyways, and literally the next day he lost his page. And all I remember thinking to myself was like, the reason you didn't listen to me is because you don't listen to like everybody is too scared to say something. So he listened to me the first time because he's like, all right, if a motherfucker's saying something to me, I should probably listen because nobody says shit to me. But and I love Sada to death, but nobody would ever speak up, ever. They would never say anything, even if they felt like, oh shit, that could fuck you up if you don't fix that, because they were too scared to. Yeah. They're too scared to say anything.
And that's not even me, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, when it comes to it, like, that's how sometimes we bump heads, because it'd be like, my nigga, like, what you on, bro? Like, chill out with that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas, when you so far up there, bro, people want the opportunities, my nigga. Like, they want to be around this shit. They want to ride in the roads. You feel me? They want to, you know what I'm saying? But at a certain point, it'd be like, my nigga, you got to speak truth to power. And if you my brother, I got to tell you when you wrong, my nigga.
Right.
Like, out of love, you get what I'm saying? You dead wrong, bro. And you know you wrong. But, you know, we all make mistakes. We all get in our bag sometime and use our power, like, in negative ways, like, or in ways where we could have done better, you know what I'm saying? And that's what that shit all boiled down to, you know what I'm saying? But you ain't really a good friend. If you a yes man, like, you a yes man, you can't tell a nigga, like, hey, bro, that shit ain't right. You ain't got to do it in front of everybody, you get what I'm saying? But you got to tell them on the back end, like, hey, bro, we ain't doing that, bro. Like, that shit don't go like that, you get what I'm saying? And if you don't, then that just show you don't got no spine and what type of character you got, you know what I'm saying? And you just really trying to use somebody for that moment, you know what I'm saying? But me, I don't give a fuck. Like, I got here standing on my own 2 feet. Like, so I tell you when you wrong, because I want you to tell me when I'm wrong, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's just where I'm at with this shit at this point.
Yeah. The people that, you know, you have trouble speaking up to is both a flunder on both of the ends. The person who's not speaking up and the person who's not willing to listen to the people. Yeah. Nobody transforms unless they listen, and nobody helps somebody transform unless they speak. Yeah. But everybody's so afraid to say shit, and everybody's so resistant to hearing shit that's what's damaging everybody, because it's like you're not willing to listen.
I seen Dogface say something about that shit.
What?
Yeah, like, niggas scared to really just speak up and say certain shit. I think it's a proper way to do certain things. But, like, it's too much of that shit going on in the culture, and especially, like, with the gatekeepers. Yeah. Like, in our city, you feel me? It's too much bullshit going on, man.
And there comes a point where that shit all falls apart, bro. Like, you know, when it comes to the gatekeeping aspect of the Detroit people, the people that everybody assumes is at the top, all that shit is going to start crumbling as time goes by. Yeah. Because eventually, the people who are coming up that are super talented, it's undeniable that they're going to
jump the gate.
Yeah, they're going to jump the gate, because they're going to be getting pulled up by people who are much bigger than the gatekeepers of Detroit. So by the time you're trying to keep everything below, that motherfucker's already gone, and so many people are going to start going above that they're going to become kind of the new surface of gatekeepers, and now they're going to look down at you like you're irrelevant now. When you had the chance to pull people up, you didn't. Instead, now you're kind of a has-been, and you're power ain't even worth for anything anymore. So everybody's really hurting themselves for real, bro. It's imploding. Damn, I'm gonna get in trouble for saying some shit like that. But I mean, it's good to say the truth. You feel me? It's gonna hurt everybody if people don't start helping each other.
For sure.
That's the way I look at it. Bro, I want to talk about the project and how people can get hip to it, but also the new tape too, man. Talking about when it's gonna release with everybody that's gonna be featuring on it too.
Yeah, like I said, man, Double R mixtape 1.5. You know what I'm saying? They got Sosa on there. I'm trying to get a school feature.
You got Chief Keef on there?
No, I'm talking about Dollar.
Oh,
yeah. I got Dollar on there. Hell yeah. Trying to get Scoob on there. I got an old ass song with Skilla I probably put on there. I got an old song with JR I put on there. But the new, I got My Camp on there. I got Young Say That on there. I got K Leon on there. I got Kayla Wine on there.
I think it wouldn't be difficult for you to get the Sada feature because you guys are all connected. So it's like,
yeah, hell yeah.
throw that together.
But you know, I'm on my own little island.
Oh, okay.
You get what I'm saying? But Scoob, like, after the Neek shit had happened, Scoob kind of reached out to me, like, and he was fucking with me and shit, and like just inviting me to shit. You know what I'm saying? So, what time do we gonna get it in for sure? For sure.
You got a track with Skilla too?
Yeah, that shit old as hell though. It's like from 2020.
That's the best Skilla.
So that's the best Skilla.
Bro, you and Skilla look exactly alike. Isn't that
bro,
crazy?
I ain't even gonna lie. That's why I kind of dyed my hair and shit.
Ah.
I had to dye my shit, bro, because like I said, me and Skilla was around each other all the time. Like, just being over there with Neek and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? And that whole wave of shit. And
it's crazy.
I kind of got tired of people saying that shit. Like, yeah, you look like Skilla.
Bro, if we did a story
like,
post
gang,
right after this, if I took a picture of me and you standing next to each other and you just showed the side of your face, everybody would be like, I got Skilla on. Everybody would be like, Skilla baby's on again.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Hey, I've been hearing that shit everywhere.
Does it bother you?
No, nope. To a degree, it kind of did a little bit at first. Like, I keep hearing this shit, and I'm like, bro, I've been looking like this, gang. You get what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, so. But I think that through time, like, even him, he evolved. He got his own, like, transitions he be going through and shit. Same thing with me. But I ain't gonna lie, that kind of influenced why I kind of took a different look a little bit and reinvented my shit because I got tired of people saying that shit.
You had to reinvent yourself because people were comparing you to Skilla's look a little bit too much.
Yeah, hell yeah. They like, bro, y'all look just alike. Like, I'd be in MGM. They be like, oh my God, is that Skilla baby? Literally, all the hoes like, that look, you Skilla baby. Group chats. Like, hell no, I got to do something different. Like, I at least got to stand out, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, you guys do
Because
look...
bro so massive right now, you get what I'm saying? Like,
it's crazy,
that's
though.
the first thing a motherfucker gonna say. You look like Skilla.
Not even
baby.
just face-wise, though.
Yeah.
Like, everything looks... Yeah, you guys kind of, like... When I did
Shout
my
out,
first...
baby, man.
You know, I did 2 interviews with him before he blew up, and you guys even talk the same. It's really strange. That's why sometimes when I was looking at you throughout this talk, I was kind of laughing because I was like, bro, I feel like I'm talking to Skilla baby right now.
I feel like I'm talking to Skilla baby right now.
Oh, there you go. Now,
I gotta come out the womb.
Oh my God. Now you don't look like Skilla at all, son.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
That's crazy. Now you look like Ice
That's all
Dolo.
I've been saying.
That's crazy.
Yeah, shout out baby, man. Come fuck with your boy.
But yeah, you know what I'm saying, bro? I feel like people can look at you from multitudes besides the music as well as just independently. When they look at you, they can see that you're an intellectual with a high volume of knowledge, not only of your culturistic aspects of Detroit, but the background of the African-American. Well, I mean, you said you can't even just call everybody African-American, but the roots of what your people and where your people came from, you know, they can get highly educated by you about these types of sorts of things, right, man? I think it's important to start educating people because the music these days, it's like there is no education anymore. It's almost just like, let me entertain the fuck out of you till your head's burnt. And then you get nothing out of it after that.
I find a hard time balancing that shit sometimes, though. You get what I'm saying? Like, not coming off as conscious, because the conscious shit don't work. And for me, I ain't even gonna be fake, it's not fun. You get what I'm saying? Like, this is what I do in my real life, like, every day. Like, I'm kicking it with you like how I would somebody, like, when I walk out of here. You know what I'm saying? And I think that when I do music, I kind of want to have fun now at this point. I tried the conscious shit, you know what I'm saying? But it was kind of like, I couldn't really fully get into it because, like I said, I'm not a holy person. Like, I'm righteous, like, and
what's the difference between righteous and holy?
Holy is like means to not be mixed, diluted, or tampered with in any form. You get what I'm saying? Righteous mean like you do the right things. You get what I'm saying? You might fall short sometime. And that was the thing. I got tired of people looking at me like I was just perfect. So when I do something like that a motherfucker don't like, it be like, oh my God. It be like you ain't. And I'll be like, no, you just gotta understand the science of duality and polarity.
Damn.
Like everybody got good and bad in them. You get what I'm saying? If a motherfucker tell you he don't got no bad in him, stay away from that motherfucker. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it be like me, I'm conscious of that, and like I got control of it. You know what I'm saying? At the same time too, like just taking it back to the music is like just wanting to have fun with this shit, not being too over analytical 24/7 on my life. Like sometimes I like to have fun, bro. Like I like to turn up. Like I don't really drink like that, but occasionally I might take a shot with you. I might drink some champagne with you, you know what I'm saying? I don't smoke weed. I used to smoke weed, but like I might smoke some weed. That would be deemed unholy to certain people. You get what I'm saying? So
yeah.
Or I might talk to a girl with a BBL. You know what I'm saying? I done had women looking at me crazy like, oh, you ain't who I thought she was, just because I'm dealing with a woman with a BBL. The whole time you don't understand what I'm doing. Like this woman might be brainwashed. She don't have no knowledge of herself. You get what I'm saying? And I'm showing her the beauty, the beautiful parts of herself, you get what I'm saying? And giving her the knowledge so, you know what I'm saying, she can go and reach the other bitches with the BBLs. You get what I'm saying? That's the whole thing. Because how else we gonna be able to reach them?
Yeah, you gotta, like you said, you gotta hook people in with the thing that they're attracted to, but once you get them, you gotta actually help transform them.
Exactly.
In whatever way that might be.
I call myself a 76er, man. Like, the 7 is like the heavens above, Allah's world manifest, whatever you want to call it, right? The 6 is the hells. You get what I'm saying? So only like me being a 5%er and me being a God, like only God can go into hell and then bring people into heaven and not fall victim. You get what I'm saying? Coming off the high horse and the high cloud and really coming to the people as the people and showing them the proper way, like without overdoing it.
Yeah, in India, that's why gurus exist. I think guru literally means from darkness to light. Something guru, from dark to light. But yeah, it's basically like they help you, walk the terrains of life so that you can understand yourself more and live a better. That's why India is so prevalent with gurus, because so many people are lost. They're like, let me help correct these people's lives on the way.
Yeah, and a lot of times, like, no, not to Farrakhan like that. People don't want to hear that Farrakhan shit.
What's Farrakhan?
Farrakhan? You don't know who Farrakhan is?
I heard his name, but I don't know what the fuck he really was.
Kid L, how you don't know who Farrakhan is, bro?
And then they made fun of him so much that it diluted what the fuck it was to me.
Yeah, no, dog. I could see that, but like I say, people don't always want to hear the preacher.
Preacher, yeah.
So when the preacher can't get through to him, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not a Christian, and I walked away from Christianity, but it's like, okay, when a preacher can't get to him, who can? Who can show him how to live a respectable way of life? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the crazy part about life is you can't, like the thing you said earlier was the best point. You can't really help people until they want to be helped. Yeah. And so you can go to the pastor all day, but until you actually welcome yourself and go like, you know what, I want to transform, it's not going to do shit. It's almost like you go to church and it's like, all right, transform me. But you're not really going to church like, okay, I want to be transformed. And
it's a process. Rome wasn't built overnight. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? So you got to learn how to walk that walk, and having somebody who will walk and talk with you and hold your hand and being like, it's like when a kid riding a bike, they gonna fall off that motherfucker. You gotta show them like, no, look, get back up. Like, hey, don't do that. Look, you gonna keep falling if you do that, gang. But it be like, it's just that type of walk that I'm walking myself personally. People don't always want to hear the conscious shit. Like, mind detect mind. I hear what you were saying, like, about certain shit, like people pushing shit down people's throats and shit like that. Like, motherfuckers don't want that all the time, you know what I'm saying? And it really don't work. These motherfuckers so brain dead, that shit don't be working.
I don't know. Look at Gandhi, bro. Gandhi, didn't Gandhi set himself on fire?
So Dr. Garma, yeah. Yeah. Like, so he took his walk, you know what I'm saying?
And still, motherfuckers weren't listening to the shit he was talking about.
He didn't want. He put the throne down and shit like that. He could have been something like could have been living a good life. You know what I'm saying, with his family in the palace and all type of shit. But he chose to go down in the streets with the people,
Crazy.
the ordinary people, and kind of do what Jesus did, like, which was like go to the worst motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like
And even though I don't believe in Jesus, because Jesus is just us, but like just getting up there symbolically, like getting up there on the cross. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we all got to get up there on the cross for our people or a situation that we believe in.
Do you not believe in like the entirety of Jesus, or do you not believe in that there was a man that went through that journey?
So for me, I learned about Jesus through Christianity. And then after I started learning all these different schools of thoughts, and I started to see the same story popping up in different civilizations that predated Jesus and like ancient Kemet and shit like that, it showed me that it was just plagiarism, and it was just more so taking the story and the understanding and the consciousness of that said individual and applying it to self. Like once I learned Christianity, like wasn't even Jesus' religion. Like he didn't make Christianity. I was like, oh nah, fuck all that. Like really Christianity was created by Paul. In Matthew, like Jesus even said it, he said he came to fulfill the law. He didn't come to change it. So like a lot of people is motherfucking practicing Christianity, and that's not even, he was a Jew.
Yeah.
Jesus was a Jew. Once again, he came to fulfill the law, not to change it. So Paul was the person who made Christianity. So motherfuckers who Christians, they really should be like Paulites or Paulism, or it shouldn't be Christianity.
Damn, son. You want deep into the dive like Bible like that? You want like
hell yeah.
super deep?
Like being a 5%er, like we gotta study all walks of life, all of the sciences. It ain't nothing that I like, you know what I'm saying? I have to study the science to everything in life.
Damn.
So the Bible, the Torah, the Quran, like the Apocrypha, like I even should everything, bro. I gotta go into everything.
Crazy.
Cause depending on who I'm talking to and I walk in the room with, like I gotta kind of be like, I gotta be swift and interchangeable. You might be a Muslim, so I can't really talk to you about Christianity as much as I would the next person. You know what I'm saying? I would talk to you out the Quran. If you was a Christian, I'm gonna talk to you out the Bible. If you a Jew, I'm gonna talk to you out the Torah. You know what I'm saying? So,
wow, man. So you went deep into the knowledge bank.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
all in the hood, like.
That's good, man, because again, you can help guide people and transform them. And if you're educated about their field, then they're more likely to listen. I remember this one time, these people knocked on my door, and I opened it up, and it was like these kids with like they wanted me to fund like their school's mission or something like that. Kids
like
from
Jehovah's Witnesses or something?
No, they were kids from Detroit. And they were just like, they just wanted to fund their schools or whatever. And they wanted like, I think they wanted like a band from me or something like that. I don't know.
That was a scam.
Yeah.
My cousins used to do that.
Yeah, it was like crazy because it was like off their Cash App and all that. And I was like, $1,000 Cash App. I was like, what school's taking money off people's Cash App? I gave them a little bit of money, but I was like, you know what's better for me to just pull up on y'all and just like, you know,
do the knowledge
talk and all that. And then they're like, no, they literally said this to me. They looked at me and they're like, hey, no offense, bro, but nobody's trying to hear nothing from you. You're not even from our like side of town. I'm like, oh shit, let's shut the but what I got from it was like, people are more inclined to listen to you if you understand where they're coming from. Yeah. So if you even understand their religious backgrounds and their community backgrounds and all that, they're more likely to be like, all right, this motherfucker knows where I'm coming from when I speak. So you being well-versed in all the religions and knowledge of these things is going to make it more adequate for when people approach you about these things. It's time, bro, because I feel like, even though I know you're not pushing conscious rap, but I think it's time for rappers to be smarter, bro. Or like, you know,
at that point.
The reason the rap is failing in my eyes, I know why rap is failing. Rap is failing because rappers are staying the same while society is becoming more conscious. So the rapper is still rapping about the same thing, and he has the same globe in his head about what the world is and how people perceive them. While people of society are actually consciously growing and they're
No,
becoming smarter and they're kind of going like, yo, like, all right, man, we get it, but we're doing real shit now. Like, we're trying to make money and do this and do this. We're not trying to hear you rap about that no more. The kids are really the ones that are propelling the crazy rap music. Like, kids who are listening to rap music off the TikTok and becoming fans of the crazy talk and all that. But I think the people that are getting older are kind of like, yeah, we're kind of like, that's it.
that's what it been though.
Yeah.
Hip hop was started by kids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It
true.
always been like a youth culture. However, as the culture aged, the people aged with it, and it's still an art form at the end of the day. So
Yeah.
like, some people just grow and evolve. However, the industry is what's the problem, cause they not signing nobody that got some sense about themselves. They want the microwavable shit like I was talking about earlier, and the shit that's clickbait. You get what I'm saying? Everybody just want motherfucking somebody that's, once again, shooting people, doing all this crazy weird shit, but they don't want to sign people with substance. That shit kind of stopped in the 90s, you know what I'm saying? All of the major record labels came together and was like, all right, we got to stop this shit, because it was like becoming a political movement. Hip-hop was becoming a political movement at the same time. Go listen to Ice Cube. You get what I'm
NWA
saying?
had the whole police raid their shows and shit like that.
Yeah, you get what I'm
I don't know
saying?
if that shit was real or not, but
No, that was a real thing.
you think it was real?
That happened here in Detroit.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, do you think like they orchestrated that shit, or do you
Hell
think the
yeah,
police?
the FBI sent them a letter and told them to stop that fuck the police shit.
No, what I'm saying is, like, do you think it was a marketing strategy by NWA?
Oh yeah, you for sure gonna push yours for sure. Like,
That's what I'm saying. I'm wondering, did the police show up there because they just were trying to shut that bitch down, or did the NWA go like, all right, let's find a way to get more exposure for
they
this
can
shit?
say that it's inciting a riot. You get what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
you getting the people hype, and these people is committing crimes against the police. You get what I'm saying? So they like trying to stop that shit. Like I said, it was becoming a political movement. You know what I'm saying? Where people is rapping about. It used to be fuck the man and like fuck the government, and people was talking about that type of shit. But they said, oh no, hell no, we can't control this shit. We not gonna sign those type of rappers. We only gonna put on gangster rap. You get what I'm saying? And the gangster rap, it keep evolving. And the young people, this they only way out. So if this the only thing that the labels want, we got to give it to them. I think a lot of us, bro, got some sense. You feel me? But it's our conditions and trying to make it out, and we don't have no other outlet or other route to take. So it's like, all right, boom, I'm gonna live this life. I'm gonna get mine for my family, and then shit, like, you know, motherfuckers end up falling back. Like you see Gucci Man. Like Gucci Man been in the streets heavy, but Gucci Man ain't no street nigga no more. Like a lot of people seeing, and then this age of the internet, people is getting so much information in, bro, but they don't know how to express it, and they don't know how to escape it. Like the conditions, bro. I done said conditions how many times on this interview?
That's right.
It's the conditions, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, bro. And that's why, like, the tragedy of it all is, like, there was only so many public figures that were helping to push things forward, that were notable enough to help push things forward. And now what is it like? Who do you really look at as a significant public figure that's actually helping the culture move forward in a positive manner? Like Al Sharpton and shit?
Nah, hell no. He was fuck Al Sharpton, fuck Jesse Jackson. I didn't ever want to say fuck Martin Luther King too,
Come on,
bro.
son. Don't be saying.
I ain't even gonna lie, bro. They sold us
okay.
out.
What do you mean?
Bro, Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton, they known informants already on paper. Jesse Jackson sold Martin Luther King out. He set him up to be killed. We all already know this, you know what I'm saying? Even Martin Luther King, like, he didn't write that I had a dream speech. He didn't write that solo. It was another black man, a Jewish man, who added on and helped him write that shit. That was never his dream. And he took us into he said himself, like, his dream became a nightmare. And he took us into a fucking burning building because black people had all their own shit. It was segregation. We had black schools, motherfucking black banks, black restaurants, black hospital, all this black shit, right? They had theirs, and you know what I'm saying? It was separate. Soon as he came with the integration thing, we lost everything we had just to be second class and motherfucking get hit upside our head to go in their food when they spit in our food doing this just to drink out of water fountain. It wasn't worth it.
So you're saying that segregation would have been better than being second class.
Segregation, hell yeah, because we had our own.
But to this day, or just at that time, do you feel that way?
It was painted bad, but ownership is never a bad thing, bro. He was trying to integrate us and fit us into a society that wasn't ours. We had our own world. We had our own schools. We had our own hospitals, own doctors. Black Wall Street, this was two different things, but we had our own. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but there was also, no matter what individual entities existed at that time, whether it's a business or property or whatever the case might be, the enforcement and the people of the society were still pushing against those.
Shit, they still pushing against us now.
But now they're on your ass if you do some shit.
Because there's no such thing as a white or black person. That's a class system. You get what I'm saying? When they made the black codes and shit like that, like, white don't mean white skin. Nobody's white. I'm brown. Like, you get what I'm saying? It's a class system.
Yeah.
Even like the Moors and shit like that, they consider white. The Indians, they consider white. It's a class system. And that's what we got to learn too. Like, they not talking about skin complexion. You know what I'm saying? So
when they said white, they weren't talking about complexion. They were talking about status.
Status, for sure. It's the haves and the have-nots. It was never about complexion. It's black people that's considered white.
Yeah, but think about it. They looked at the skin color and determined based upon the shades of the color of the skin which way to sector you as far as what your, demographic possibly is. If you're more on the white side, like this is more closer to the color of white and you're more closer to the color of black, therefore that's how they separate, like if you're white or black.
Yeah, no, that comes from being miseducated.
Oh, shit.
Bro, you down there brown, bro. You tan.
I'm tan for sure.
That's a shade of brown.
Yeah, like this is white right here.
That's white, bro.
Yeah, this is not even close to my skin color. If you really think about it, this shit ain't even close.
That shit not even close, bro.
But it's just because you're right. The way that we're programmed to think about it, that's how we relate it to.
It's a class. Nobody want to be black. Nobody want to be black, man. Nobody, like, people cool with being white though, bro. Like, if you ask overseas people and shit like that, that's why they be saying, like, black people, you don't even know who you are. You know what I'm saying? The Africans don't want to be associated with us because we consider black, like, and I'm just talking about in the science of law. You know what I'm saying? Like, in the science of the 5%, like, we'll say it's black, brown, yellow, white, half original, and red, but like that's something totally different. Science of the seed. But like class system, yeah.
I never thought about it as a class system, almost like blue collar and white collar and all that type of shit.
That's 100% what it. When you leave here, hey people, look that shit up, bro.
But still,
black codes.
As far as Martin Luther King and even Malcolm
Walter
X,
Plecker.
I think Malcolm X and Martin Luther King, I think Malcolm was just more, by any means necessary, as I've said. And Martin Luther King was more about, pen's mightier than the sword and all that, and speech, and he was still moving things forward. I think that their intentions were good. It's possibly that just the outcome maybe could have, it was hard to make a good outcome out of it just because of the resistance, which was the dumbest part. And I think America is to blame for that. And I don't think there's ever going to be enough reparations to, give back to the community for basically setting them at a disadvantage for hundreds of years.
Yeah.
Even slavery, we can talk about thousands of years, but then we can talk. I
appreciate that.
Oh yeah, for sure. And then we could talk about, segregation, which was a long period of time. And then it's like, okay, while everybody else was moving forward, the African American community was being caged up. It's like, you guys can't move yet until we get 1,000 feet ahead of y'all. And now it's like, all right, now y'all are free. And then they get free, and it's like, all you really do is pick and choose from it what can make you more profits while still keeping it in the same place. That's why a lot of what's trending right now in society is from urban culture, from hip-hop culture, it's all being taken away, and what's happening to the African-American community. You guys are big, we got Michael Jordan, bro, we got Samuel L. Jackson, we got Denzel Washington. You guys are talking about like thousands of people versus the millions of other people in the other cultures that are striving right now.
Yeah.
That's the number one thing I hate is
when they have entertainers and sports players and shit like that.
Yeah, I hate when people do that. They're like, we got these guys and these guys. It's like, bro, you guys are talking about like 10 people, bro. Like, where's this? That's nothing.
Yeah.
Look at Shark Tank. You got Damon John And then you got
Yeah, that's another side to it
four
too,
white
because
people surrounding Damon John.
we do have a lot of black inventors, like, but those type of people not highlighted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the only thing that gets the praise and the accolades is the entertainer and the sports player, and maybe the actor. You know what I'm saying? We not taught about the other people in school. Like we don't know about none of these people.
Yeah, people who invented shit. Like I think the
Yeah.
guy who invented the Nerf gun was African American, and he also worked for NASA somehow.
Yeah, even the guy who invented the stoplight. Like we don't learn about that. You know what they teach us in school? Malcolm, Martin, Sojourner Truth,
Rosa Parks.
Rosa Parks. Rosa Parks was even the first one to do what she did either. It was a young black girl who was pregnant, who refused to give up her seat. And then Rosa Parks came a year later. But
Yeah.
they teach us the civil rights shit, you know what I'm saying? And that's it. They don't teach us deep history. They don't teach us about like where we came from. Like our history really start as slavery based upon them and what they teach us, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's what I'm here to do. Like sometimes, like my rap shit, it'll work, and me rapping got me places, but my voice and my thought and my message got me further. So that's why I've been trying to find a healthy balance of incorporating the two. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
And you this podcast too, like this really gonna be the start of it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, man. There's a movie with Edward Norton and Edward Furlong called American History X, bro. And it's crazy because that movie is basically about two skinhead brothers. They're fucking neo-Nazis, basically. And then one of them ends up going to prison. And when he comes out, he's out reformed. He's no longer a racist anymore. But now he has to transform his younger brother into not being a racist anymore because the younger brother was always influenced by the older brother. So that's why he became a neo-Nazi with his brother. And that transformation happens in prison when he somehow throughout prison time he learns that everybody's the same, that hate is baggage, racism is garbage, all that shit, right? One thing they pushed in the movie was affirmative action, which was insane because they were basically saying that there was never reparations for slavery or segregation. They were saying affirmative action wasn't a smart move because basically people were getting jobs above people that weren't qualified to get those jobs just because of their skin color and all that shit. But it was kind of just a weird experience to watch that movie based on the fact that there was no solution for what reparations should be for the fact that there was that much disadvantage. Like there was never like who the fuck ever said there was ever reparations for what happened? Like when you talk about Native Americans and shit, like again we can talk about a lot of the tax exemptions and certain things that are classified on you know what they can get because of what happened to them that we took their land. But what the hell did the African American community ever get for slavery?
Yeah, they said we were supposed to got 40 acres in the mule, but a lot of us didn't. They didn't do it. And they gave the Jews reparation for the Holocaust. They gave the Japanese reparations for Pearl Harbor and the bomb on, not Pearl Harbor, but the bomb on Hiroshima. You get what I'm saying? But we haven't got reparations yet, and they won't give them to an African American because they don't really owe an African American nothing. That's a new term that came out in '88. You got to go back to your heritage. Now they owe the Indians. Not even say Indians, bro. They owe the indigenous. You know what I'm saying? So like,
okay,
if you're not considering yourself indigenous, then they don't really care. You know what I'm saying? And they're not gonna recognize you because they don't owe African American. That's a new term.
Also, because they're reclassifying what indigenous is, they can't give you reparations because you're not classified as indigenous because they created African American
Bingo.
in the 80s. Damn, son.
And what they're doing is trying to make people think that they African and so they can hold title to the land. You know what I'm saying? And if you think you are African, that's why I don't fuck with Garvey either. Like all the Pan-Africans, I don't really like that's cool for y'all.
What's a Pan-African?
Like people who think that everybody came out of Africa.
Oh yeah.
Type shit. So it's like that's cool and all, but like we didn't come from there. So you incentivizing people who or like you trying to get people who is not from that continent to go over there and that's like they not honoring their forefathers and their heritage if they do that. By just saying, oh yeah, everybody from Africa. No, bro, we all not from Africa. You get what I'm saying? This was another trick that they put on us. That's why I don't fuck with Jesse Jackson, because he was the one who pushed for that. You know what I'm saying?
Think they corrupted him, or do you think he's just ignorant?
Corrupted. All of this shit, majority of it is corrupted. This is why we don't have any more black leaders.
How'd you feel about Barack?
Barack Obama, African. But what nigga you know named Barack, man? For real. I'm just being straight up. He's not one of us, bro. Them Africans considered white, status-wise, you know what I'm saying?
Barack.
Barack Obama, man, he not one of us. He just is someone. Now we all one. Don't get it wrong. But we not. Our phenotype and genotype is different from the people in Africa, and they have a different agenda. They help them people come over here. The Africans and the Moors, they was the ones who helped. They was the ones who controlled the seas and knew how to navigate them and get to the Americas. You know what I'm saying?
When you're saying not one of us, and let's just say public figures, for example, right now, are you saying that there's people who are African American or indigenous by color and as far as what they're considered to general society, but you consider them fake as far as them actually presenting for the black community?
Ask it again.
So basically, like, are you saying that there's people that are fake black but in high public status?
Yeah. Barack Obama.
Damn.
All skin folk ain't kinfolk.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Would you say he's the biggest you can possibly get as the president of the United States? Other than that, you're just talking about entertainers and political activists.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
We don't got nobody else.
And as far as entertainers, it's really hard to even call that out just because it's like...
You don't hear nobody saying what I'm saying. Ask a black person when you see them, like, yeah, have your grandma ever said you got Indian in your blood? People just throw that out.
So you do have Indian on your blood because Pocahontas is like, goes all the way
from
back
the Powhatan, yeah.
That's crazy,
the
son.
People, see, in James, my tribe, like the tribe that I derived from, was the first ones to meet the European settlers when they came to America in Jamestown, in Virginia. You know what I'm saying? And through, like I say, through that whole thing that went on with Opa-Kanawa, it's just so many Indian wars. And then Walter Plecker is the one who said, ain't no more Indians in Virginia. And they made the black codes, you know what I'm saying? And with them black codes, they had an indigenous erasure where they started to change all of the records and took Indian off of it and started putting colored. And then all of the other states adopted this, you know what I'm saying,
crazy
thing. And then even them photos that we see, like from old times, those people, it was a brother named Edward Curtis. He was a weapon, and he like doctored 400,000 photos, made props and stages of Indians and all type of shit, and made them look older than what they was, and they pushed that. If look at the people on the reservations, look up the chiefs. I challenge anybody, or I dare anybody, go look up the reservations for all these Indians. All of them look white. All of the chiefs are white.
I heard about that. All the chiefs don't even look like they're Native American.
Even the ones that look Native American, look at the Siberians. Look at the TP. Look at the TP, how they make in Siberia, and then look at the TP that they make here. They put them people here. Damn. The government brought them people here and incentivized them. And I feel like the only good thing they did was preserve the culture.
Somebody filmed that. It was really weird. They filmed like this representative. He was like a Native American representative to come to a school. And the guy was like completely white. It was like the weirdest video I've ever seen in my life. I was like,
what they gonna say is, I got Pocahontas in my bloodline too.
That's what he said.
But what they not gonna tell you is that, it was the white settlers that was forcing themselves upon the women.
Yeah.
So you got Pocahontas. I was having a debate with somebody over the internet. She was like, no, you're right. She was a white woman. And basically, I come through the lineage of Cocoon. And he was killed trying to protect Pocahontas, you know what I'm saying? But then you would see Thomas Roth, the man that she married or whatever, and was on a Disney movie and shit like that. Like she fell in love with him and all that shit.
Yeah.
They also had a child, right? But then they not telling you that was he kidnapped her.
Oh,
She was a prisoner of war. And they took her over to England and showed her off and showed her, put the makeup on her and all of that and showed like this is a civilized Indian. This is where you get the 5 civilized tribe idea from. Because these is the ones who submitted to their will and adopted their culture. This is why you see Indians being Christians now. You know what I'm saying?
So in the movie, they made it like they were a couple, but in real life, he kidnapped her?
Yeah, hell yeah. She was young.
How the hell did they make a movie that capped out?
Yeah, that's why Disney need to cut the check. And this is what they scared of for black, like especially young black people in the hood like me, to start figuring out their indigenous roots. Because we gonna go back and find these we gonna find our heritage. We gonna wake up, find out who we are, and then eventually they're gonna have to give us the land back.
Well, you know, you never know how things change just because of speech, because, you know, now it feels like people can make the most accurate points about anything in history and that nothing actually ends up changing from it.
Yeah.
Because it's like movements have to happen and a lot of things have to happen, and it's like people just are not associating with any of it anymore. If you look at the presidency, and I don't really like saying the name of the president on the podcast and anything like that, but it's like if something has to go through that chain of command in order for a transformation to happen, it's very less likely to happen unless it somehow benefits that person.
Talking about Trump?
Yeah. And what I'm saying is, it's like
he actually helping a little bit to a degree. Trump been saying, well, just about the indigenous things, per myself.
Oh,
like,
he is?
Yeah, he been saying like, yeah, the Indians on the reservations don't look like Indians to me.
Oh,
like
sure.
he in it for the money. Like, and a lot of people don't like him. But like from the standpoint of like the impoverished and the people in poverty, is like everybody like he's destroying the country. And we like, hell yeah, go ahead, tear this bitch down. Like, let's have a reset.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying, like, you know, when you're talking about these aspects of people figuring out data, right? Let's just say you look at the history and figure out the data, who should be given what land and reparations, right? It's like even if you articulate it and are accurate about all your statements, and you send that to the people who can control and change those things for people, it still doesn't even end up happening.
They ain't letting you go.
Yeah, so it's
you gotta. It's a game, bro. These Freemasons. The government, what they be saying, like the Illuminati, like they not letting you go like that. You know what I'm saying? This is what Moses was talking about in Exodus, like let my people go. You know what I'm saying? Malcolm was on the same thing, and it's like they ain't gonna just do it like that. No, you gotta make them, and by showing them the fallacy and what they doing and actually going through the rites of passage. Like if you get your paperwork right, you can claim the land right. Now, boom, you did it. But then, okay, yeah, that's good for you. Now you got to show the next person how to do it. And then when it's enough people doing it, then they have to respect your pimping.
I don't even know I think it has to come down to some severe action before paperwork, because I feel like you can do the paperwork, right? I just feel like shit does not move as easy as we want it to in this world.
Yeah, for sure.
Because now it's like really about what the media projects it. If the media is saying like, we know, I mean, even then, bro, look what's happening overseas and the media covers it and says what's happening and nothing changes, right? So it's like, okay, if the media is literally telling these people a higher power, like the world is seeing what's going on and y'all aren't doing shit about it and nobody's doing nothing about it, then like what does paper really mean anymore? What does facts and accurate information even mean if nothing's changing? If we're not seeing any progression in the history that we're discovering, then what does it even mean to reveal it? So you'd have to do some crazy shit, like you'd have to like boycott. That's what people do, boycotting and like things of that nature. Like we're not going to this motherfucking thing.
I ain't gonna say that.
Yeah, because
it worked to a degree, but part of myself. Go ahead.
Basically, boycotting is the best way because people are so orchestrated with money that if you take away the money, they have no opportunity but to kind of listen to what the fuck you're saying at that point and be like, all right, fuck it. We have to do this shit now because y'all are calling us out and you're taking our money from us. Mm-hmm. So all in all I'm saying is like, even when people prove shit still doesn't change. That's the scary part about the world now. You can prove shit and it still won't change.
Yeah, I think the first step with us though, like we've been so indoctrinated that the first step was learning, because they throwing so many curves at us. They attacking us from every angle. Like, it been a paper genocide, a physical genocide. Like, even when it comes to religion, they keep throwing all these different religions at black people. Like, this is why you see like a lot of black people becoming Muslim right now. They incentivizing these people they giving them money to start these different churches, these different mosques over here, and to convert people. Like, so a lot of people, it's not even cool to be an Indian. It's cool to be a Muslim right now, though. You know why? Because Lil Durk doing it, Javante Davis doing it. You get what I'm saying? So we don't know where this money is coming from, and all these movements is coming from.
Crazy.
It's so many hurdles. So the first step is just knowing, like, and that been the hardest thing for us to do, like, because of the paper genocide. And then, like I say, with this information, like you're right, it take more than just knowing. You get what I'm saying? You really gotta put your foot down.
You could literally prove it with videotape and say, this is exactly what happened. And then they could still be like, nah, but we still don't care.
Got archives of thousands of documents backing up everything I'm saying. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm trying to dumb down what I'm saying right now. I have all of the proof to anything I said on this podcast.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about just in general, like the society. Like, even with aliens, right? Now they're pushing aliens on us. Yeah. The government wanted to release the UFO files and all this shit at such a like particular time when all these other things that could expose the government for whatever they might be doing. Now aliens are coming out of nowhere, right? So now we're hip. And it's just like
what you think about it?
What do I think about aliens?
Yeah.
I'm stupid when it comes to this because I listen to my guru when it comes to aliens. My guru said that aliens are something we can't even see because they live like on a different type of energy in life. Like, we can't even perceive them, basically.
In a different dimension.
Yeah, they're like different. Like, we can't perceive them, basically. What the government is telling us is that everything we've seen in the cartoons is true. That they literally freaking fly around in crater ships and all this shit, saucer ships, and they literally look like they have, triangular head shapes and all this weird shit. It's like they look exactly like how they've been in the cartoons. So I'm like, I don't know, it feels capped out. And it's like the only person that made me believe in that shit was Bob Lazar. Bob Lazar said he used to work for Area 51. Yeah. And then there was evidence that he worked for Area 51. After he exposed Area 51, they terminated all of his documents, but they didn't realize that there was still paper trails that proved that he worked there. But if you would call the people that worked there, they would say he's never worked here before when there's evidence that he had worked there. So he was saying that basically there was spaceships, there was crafts, there was equipment and hardware that humans have never created. It's not human made. So he was the only person to make me believe there is a possibility aliens exist.
Yeah, I've been watching him on Vlad lately.
Who, Bob Lazar?
Yeah.
He's on Vlad?
Yeah, he on Vlad like a motherfucker.
Oh my God, I'm about to watch when I get home.
Yeah,
I thought he only did Joe Rogan. Okay, so what's he saying now? Is he saying different shit?
He's saying just talking about the tax and a lot of the different things that Congress has been releasing in regards to UAPs and just how these different interdimensional beings operate and the crafts and how, like, the flying saucers don't really fly like how we think if it really fly like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, we think it's flying around like this and all that shit. But he like, no, it's really vertical.
Weird.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, though, I don't get caught up in all that alien shit. Like, we got to worry about what's going on down here on Earth and what we doing as a people. Like,
yeah, it's true.
Even if it was a thing, which I don't, like, you got to show and prove. I don't really deal with mysteries.
Well, that reason I brought it up wasn't even to decipher if aliens exist or not. I'm saying, like, look how the government is all of a sudden releasing UFO documents during this weird ass time to be releasing type shit. Yeah. We got files to be worrying about where we could literally expose the entirety of all public figures in America. And then all of a sudden, my whole point was the media is controlling how we consume what's happening in reality. And the problem is, who is running the media? Who is running the agendas of the media and what we're thinking and learning about? Just like what we learned out of our school books, who was writing those damn books to make the future generations believe everything they did? Yeah. So it's like all the history and data we're collecting right now is the framework of somebody much bigger that sees us all as ants and goes like, I'm going to make you believe these things because I control the media.
For sure.
And that's the scary part, is how do we know anything when
all of these media companies and outlets is owned by the same people? Pardon myself. And we be hearing it. We see the certain names, Rothschilds, Rockefellers.
Yeah.
But then it's more than that, bro. Like we really gotta look into these different families. You know what I'm saying? It's more than just them. Like these different companies like BlackRock and shit like that. Like it's a web, and when you look at the web, it all lead back to the same shit and the same people in these certain families, you know what I'm saying, that's fighting even the elites fighting each other. Some of them good, some of them bad, you know what I'm saying? Like, you will hear Kanye talking about the people that own the French bank, you know what I'm saying? Or like the Orsini families, or the, all these different people, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's a web of them, and I'm gonna just say like it's families that's controlling this shit.
It's crazy, bro.
But I don't get caught up too much in that shit. Like when I gotta focus on my reality, and I gotta focus on my conditions, and that's what we should all do. And if it like present itself at a certain time, then we deal with that shit. But like all that shit is the distraction.
Facts.
You get what I'm saying?
Facts. Man, I appreciate you having on, telling everybody, you know, about the new projects you come on, but also the insight of who you are, man, and your thoughts and theories about life, man. Like I said, man, it's really important that people kind of up in their consciousness a little bit, sharpen their intellect, and really get themselves out into living in reality, like we just talked about, because you know, you get caught up in social media, the internet, the news, and all this other garbage, you're going to lose yourself. By the time you're on your deathbed, you're like, what the fuck did I even do in my life? It was just a projection of somebody else's projection. Yeah. Just like how now you kids are watching YouTubers play video games. Eventually, we're going to be like, damn, we were just watching other people live their lives instead of fucking living our own lives, right? Is there anything you want to shout out before we sign off?
Oh, man. Shit. Shout out Kid L. You know what I'm saying? Shout out anybody who do for self, man. And pushing theirs. Shout out TK. Shout out Doc at Arburn. Shout out the 5%.
Shout out Coach Dollar and T-Rod, man.
Oh, yeah. Shout out Coach.
Big squad.
Dollar, T-Rod, the home team and shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
We're at Parallel Sound Studio. I Love Visual Shootings Productions. We're out. Peace. Fire, man.